Welcome, welcome. Sound check. 1, 2, 3. We are live today with more Necromancer Poet's Pen gameplay. We'll be creating corpses and exploding them. Corpses? Corpses. How do I spell corpses? And exploding them all over the place. Come join us for memes, deaths, trades, XP, XP lost on death, and more shenanigans. Alright, there we go. We are live. Ta-da. We gotta do all the emojis, right? Never forget the emojis. If you don't put emojis on a post, is it even a post? Is it even 2020? Does it even count? I don't know. Alright. That's all live. I think the sound check is working. Somebody give me a sound check. If you can hear me, let me know. We'll do a sound check in the bottom. Whew. All right, so yesterday, let's do a brief recap. So first off, hello and what is up, YouTube? The brief recap is that yesterday we built this new Poet's Pen guy, and we went from, I think, Act 2 on stream is where we started with. So Act 2 all the way up till, well, now we're in Act 10. We have not killed Kitava yet. So we showed off gameplay all the way from Act 2 as soon as we could use Poet's Pen, all the way up through Act 10 Kitava. We have ascended twice. We grabbed Plaguebringer first, which allowed us, if we've consumed a corpse recently being the last 4 seconds, you and your minions have 30% increased area of effect, which that means me, because we're not using minions, even though we're a Necromancer. Just because you're a Necromancer doesn't mean you're a summoner. With at least one nearby corpse, which we pretty much always have, one nearby corpse, you and nearby allies deal 10% more damage, so that's a 10% more multiplier for us. With at least one nearby corpse, nearby enemies deal 10% reduced damage. So that's pretty nice as well. And then for our second ascendancy, we went Corpse Pact, which gave us 30% increased damage if you have consumed a corpse recently, which of course for us is every 4 seconds, which is plenty of time. We're consuming corpses like every half second or so. Then you get 2% increased attack and cast speed for each corpse consumed recently. So we ramp up our attack speed the more corpses we eat and consume. Enemies near corpses you spawned recently are chilled and shocked, which is great. Chill reduces enemy action speed by 10%, and shock increases damage taken. But for enemies, which increases damage taken, is in fact a more multiplier, so that's really, really good. And then corpses that we spawn have got 50% increased maximum life, which is really, really good because certain skills scale their damage off of corpse life, off of the corpse life of stuff that's around you. So that's really, really good. So that's where we're at so far for ascendancies. In terms of our overall passive tree, we worked our way up to Heart of the Flame after we grabbed Elemental Overload. Elemental Overload is what we grabbed first off. Then we worked our way up to Heart of the Flame. Then we came over and grabbed Devotion. We filled out the Purity of Flesh, the Explosive Impact, and the Sovereignty trees. And then we worked our way down towards the Constitution Scion Life Wheel. Now at this point, I am working my way up towards grabbing this jewel socket. Then I'll probably fill in a couple other jewel sockets, a jewel socket here, a jewel socket there. Maybe we'll just do like attack speed, as well as potentially spell damage. or fire damage. Fire damage, spell damage, and attack speed would be nice. If we could get life onto some gems, that would be nice as well. Other than that, though, for the most part, the spine, as it were, the vast majority of this particular tree is pretty much set. There's a couple other things that we could do. We could grab Elemental Equilibrium, where if we hit enemies with elemental damage off of our attack, that would give them resistance to, let's say, lightning damage, but minus 50% resistance to other elements. So we could essentially build some lightning damage into our attack, which right now we are dealing physical and fire damage with our frenzy. So we would want to change that somehow. One way that we could do this is we could simply kill off the fire damage that we are dealing with our frenzy, which I'm not even sure where we're getting that. I think we're getting that off of our gloves. Yeah, we're adding 3 to 8 fire damage with our attacks, and then our rings, I think, are giving me some. Maybe not our rings, maybe somewhere else. Somewhere else we're getting fire damage onto our base. Huh. So I'm not sure where. Maybe off of a jewel? No, I don't even have jewels socketed. Maybe my belt? No, definitely not my belt. Anyway, we're getting fire damage, so we could fix that. We could eventually make it so that way we're just dealing lightning or cold damage, which right now our Volatile Dead, if we take a look at our Volatile Dead, our tooltip DPS for Volatile Dead is 6,392. That is, each of the balls is dealing between 5,000 to 7,000 fire damage, each and every single ball, which is really good. That's a lot, because we have a lot of balls flying around. I don't know if you like balls or not, YouTube, but we have lots of balls flying around. So, and then other stuff that's important to note. The explosion of the actual Volatile Dead. When the Volatile Dead is actually created the first time, before the ball flies around and goes and homes in, the first time that Volatile Dead is essentially summoned or created, the explosion itself deals base fire damage equal to 3% of the corpse's maximum life, which matters because Corpse Pact gives us 50% increased maximum life off of the corpses that we are creating. So that's really nice. We're creating corpses with Unearth, which Unearth fires a projectile that will pierce through enemies to impact the ground at the targeted location, creating a Bone Archer corpse where it lands. The spawns of corpses right now are level 71, and a maximum of 10 corpses are allowed. Now, we are doing that with GMP, which fires off more projectiles, so eventually we create the maximum number of corpses that we could potentially create. And then we're also using combustion support, which is nice because enemies that are ignited by Unearth actually get minus fire resistance as well. The gem links, if you'd like to take a look today, I have added those, if you can see them next to me. So our gem links in Poet's Pen 1 are Unearth, Combustion, and GMP. And our gem links in Poet's Pen number 2 are Volatile Dead. That's our main damage dealing spell, along with Elemental Focus, because we're not focusing in on the ignite. We don't care if Volatile Dead itself ignites anything. If anything gets ignited, it'll get ignited off of Unearth. And then Controlled Destruction is the other link for Volatile Dead because it gives us a more damage multiplier. We could swap that up at some point. I'm not necessarily married to Volatile Dead. We don't have to do Volatile Dead the whole time. There are faster setups than this. This particular setup is pretty decent. It's pretty fast. It's not the fastest version of Poet's Pen. We could optimize this and go super duper fast and go like Lightning Warp with Arc or Lightning Warp with Fireball or something else. We could do that if we want to with Spell Nova. So there's a couple other things that we might do today to change things up. Eventually I'm going to get off of this Tabula Rasa. I don't need to be wearing a Tabula. There's no reason for me to have a 6 link. We may swap over and grab my combs at some point. Our helm, eventually we are going to use the Shaper dropped helm. I always forget what it's called, but it gives you additional spell damage scaling up based on the amount of mana that you have spent recently. And eventually we're going to get a really, really big mana flask that is going to give us the Enduring trait, which means that when our mana flask fills back up, or when the mana fills back up to its maximum amount, the mana flask effect doesn't stop, which is really, really good. So we're going to get that started at some point. We are using Herald of Ash and Anger as some DPS modifiers for us. I might want to throw a Clarity in here at some point, just so that way I've got continual mana regeneration. I might even go MOM. I don't know. Sometimes I like to go MOM if I want to go more tanky, but then I typically take off the auras. So half a dozen of one, 6 of another, whatever that phrase is. I'm not sure yet exactly how I want to make this thing go for the endgame version of this particular build. Okay, enough about me. Let's see what you guys are saying and how you guys are doing today. So shout out to Kirky, welcome. Welcome, Hey It's Citizen. Welcome, Dakota. Welcome, Renata. Welcome, Skepsis. What's up, Kai? Kai asks, how many deaths? Let's see. Probably, I'm going to say at least 35 is what my guess is going to be. Yeah, 56 times. So that is, in fact, more than 35. So my hardcore playstyle is out the window when it is a softcore league. You can play this in hardcore, though, by the way, and I actually did play a hardcore version of Poet's Pen in Blight League as a Necromancer. It is completely doable. I played it up to level 85, and the only reason why she died was because I intentionally ripped her in order to pull her over into standard softcore so she could use some other gear. King B says, finally got to Cirrus, but I'm scared to touch him. If I rip, do I have to refine and kill all 4 guys again to get another try? Yes, that is the cycle. The cycle, King Beast, for actually getting Cirrus to spawn is you fight him, regardless of whether you kill him or not. Your first fight, it doesn't matter whether you kill him or not. After that, it's going to become essentially an RNG fest after your first 20 Watchstones to get Cirrus to spawn, where you're going to have to spawn all 4 other Conquerors in order to get Cirrus to spawn. So that's the good news and the bad news about the league, is that it is an RNG fest. Skepsis says, just did the 3rd lab on a Guardian Purity Herald of Agony build. I don't get the 3rd lab often, so that was cool. I might try the last lab on this tune, I think. Nice. Glad to hear that. Your mouse over the wand looks like a new weapon. Someone needs to do a meme cast speed of this build. Yeah. Shaper drops a helm. Yes. I forget what it's called. What's it called? Help me out here, people. Help me out. What's it called? What is the helm called that, like, scales up your spell damage? It's like Poet's Pen. I always forget it. It's Poet's Pen. What's it called? I don't remember. Poet's Pen. Volatile Dead. What's the helmet? Shaper helmet. What's it called? Is it not the Shaper helmet? Is it an Elder helmet? I thought it's a Shaper influenced helmet. Unique Shaper helmet. What's it called? Nope, that's not it. Nope, that's not it. It gives like percentage PoE percent of mana. That's what I'm gonna look up. I'm gonna look up on the trade website. Indigan! Kirky, you're brilliant. The Indigan, thank you. Indigan Poet's Pen. What are Indigans going for right now? Indigan Hubris Circlet. Let's go look and see. They're going for 5 Chaos. Requires level 69. I'm only level 63, I think, right now. Is where we are? Yeah, we're level 63. So I need 6 more levels. I can do math. What is a perfectly rolled Indigan going for right now? 6 Chaos. Are you serious? Perfectly rolled spell damage is going for 6 Chaos. Yeah, I would like to buy that. Shoot, I should just buy these and start corrupting them. Start corrupting Indigans, see what we can get. So that's going to be our endgame helmet, which that'll be nice. Oh, I like this guy's music. Yeah, 25%. TY and good luck. Alright, there we go. So we got our endgame helmet. for 6 chaos. Poet's Pens, by the way. Poet's Pens are like 16 to 25C right now, depending on when you get online. So, good morning, Emilio. Welcome from Australia. G'day, mate. Dark Cloud says, what build is this? This is a Poet's Pen Volatile Dead Necromancer. We just did a quick update and a quick overview of the passive tree. And we are liking it so far. We've only ascended twice. We're sitting outside Act 10. We haven't killed Kataba yet because I need to go do my 3rd labyrinth. Oh, come on, baby. 4-link for me. No? You don't want a 4-link? Do I have any armor scraps? I don't have any armor scraps. This is terrible. This is utterly terrible. Come on, why won't you 4-link? Obviously you want 6-link. There we go. We got it. Okay. Put these away. Alright, so we have our helmet that we're going to use for endgame. What else do I need to know? Cowshead says, G3 Iron, your trading addiction is starting to show. Yeah, it is. Skepsis says, I would love to make a tune that can someday start doing all the content. Yeah? You can do it, dude. A Guardian is a great way to do it. If you've got a Guardian with Herald of Agony Crawler is a great way to go about it. Alright, so we've got our end again. We want an Enduring Mana Flask. That's the next thing that we want. That's the next upgrade that we want. We want a Mana Flask. I believe it's the Eternal Mana Flask with the Enduring mod. Flask effect is not removed. Where is it? What's it called? Flask effect not removed. It's the opposite of this one. Mana recovery occurs instantly at the end of Flask effect. It's the opposite of that one. I think it's called Enduring. PoE Enduring Mana Flask. Flask effect is not removed at full mana. Yeah, that's what... Not removed at full mana. There we go. Flask effect is not removed. Okay. Let's look for this. Ooh, 2 chaos. This one's got a lot of duration on it. I think that would be good. Let's grab this one. Gives us 1800 mana back. Oh, of course, he's not online. Duh! Is this guy online? Let's get this flask, and then once we get this flask, pretty much our mana problems are set. I'm debating going Wise Oak as well, just to go full out for offenses. Also, I was going to get a Blood of the Karui since I am... Or Karui. I always say it wrong. I know every single stream I say it wrong. Every single stream you guys have to help me pronounce it. But anyway, I'm thinking of getting that particular unique flask so that way our HP pool will just always constantly be going up. We just spam our flasks. So what's that going for this league? The Blood of the Karui Sanctified Life Flask. The prices on this puppy are 10 chaos. That's great. Give me that. Oh, that player's AFK. Fine. What about this guy? What about this? Oh my goodness. There's so many price fixing them. What about this guy? Come on, dude. Give me a really good life flask. Yeah, it would replace this one. We would keep this Seething Divine Flask because that's an instant. So that's our Panic Flask, which I put on the number 3 so I can panic there. Why is it that so many people put their stashes where I cannot click on... Look at this! How do I reach this guy's stash? Whatever. I'll go back to my hideout, dude. Speaking of trading, is the guild still banking? No. Is the guild bank still bugged? I don't know. Nope, it looks like it works now. So that's good. They fixed whatever was going on with the guild stash. So that's great news. Alright, let's get this flask. One of you guys give me a flask for 10 chaos. Come on, you know you want to. It's a 10 chaos trade. Alright, there we go. Miner is mining. Thank you so much for the trade, dude. King B says, I only have 200 maps left, and they are all the ones I don't want to run. Would it be bad to not alch and just rush, throw them at base, and hope for better map drops? How are you running out of map drops? That's my question. How are you running out of map drops this league? What's your Atlas completion percentage at? What's your Awakener completion percentage at? These are important questions. They might not seem like important questions, but these are very important questions. Okay, here we go. We can use the blood right there. That's going to be a lot of life that we're going to get back all the time. If you're having problems sustaining maps, I would always say take a look at your map completion pool. I'm 73, 135, or 135, 73. That's where I'm at. I get map drops regularly, very frequently. So it's just a point for you to consider. Alright, so where are we at here on our Poet's Pen Necromancer? So I think we need to summon our Lightning Golem. Once our Lightning Golem is back, are there any other passives that I need to go back and knock out? This is a passive, right? Kitava's Torments. That's a passive, so let's go there. Let's knock out like one or two more passives, just so that way we get warmed up. Start pressing buttons again. Pressing buttons is good. Look at this Flame Dash damage. This is a Flame Dash build. It's secretly actually a Flame Dash build. Look at the damage on Flame Dash Necromancer. There we go. Look at the cast speed. Man, Necromancer, Poet's Pen Necromancer feels so good when you ramp up the cast speed because you've consumed a bunch of corpses recently. Feels real good. Alright, so let's go kill Utula and then find the various body parts in the reliquary. Yolazo says, hey, do you also have the bug that when you try to exit to character selection it closes PoE completely? Yeah. Yeah, that is a bug. It is still a bug. I'm sure at some point today I will make the mistake to try to exit to character selection screen, and it will bug out. I'm sure that we will get to see that particular bug live on stream today. It'll be so much fun. We'll get to experience it all together. It'll be great. So I actually, when I was running lab, I got the Edict of Spite when hit lab enchant, which I'm kind of liking. You can see all that cold that fires out when I get hit. I actually really like having that as an effect. I wasn't like lab farming specifically for that. These aren't my end game gloves, so it'll be sad when they have to go. But it's kind of nice to have them right now. Oh no! Let's go find the last of Kitava's Torments. Alright, there's Valkaro's Jaw. And away we go. Alright. Talk to Lanny for your reward. There's a Book of Skill. Anybody else that I need to talk to? I don't think so. I don't think so here. Alright, let's go get more increased elemental damage. I kind of want to craft, like, lightning onto attacks, so that way then I could go elemental equilibrium. I guess, you know what I could do? I could do frenzy and do convert physical to lightning. But where is this fire damage coming from? Does frenzy just itself deal some fire damage? Where's my basic attack? This is one way to check it out. Okay, I'm adding fire damage. So where am I adding fire damage from? Is it just from this? Yes, it's just from these gloves. Okay, so when I swap these gloves out, I actually will have a significant amount of damage opportunity with elemental equilibrium. That's good to know. So I'll need to get some gloves that give me life and resistances, because my resistances once I go to Kitava are going to go down significantly. So we're going to look for life resistances, and then I think I was looking for frenzy charges as well. You do Kitava's Torments counterclockwise, says Max Hacks. Heretic! Yeah. Yeah, I did them counterclockwise this time, at least. Might be the opposite next time, you never know. Alright, so that's Kitava's done in Act 5. Anything else in Act 5? No, I've got all this stuff done. Okay, Act 6, this stuff is done. This stuff is done. This stuff... I need to go kill the Gemling Legion. Okay, let's go through Solaris Temple and run back out into the fields. Go kill the Gemling Legion, I believe... I believe that's a passive point, killing the Gemling Legion. Question is will I take the wrong direction here inside the temple? Will I accidentally go towards temple level 2? Let's hope not. Let's hope I'm traveling towards the fields. I'm going to pretend that I am. I'm definitely going towards the fields, and I'm confident about it. Nope, I went towards temple level 2. Damn it. Oh, man. It's worth a try. Hey, these guys are level 59. These guys are actually worth XP to me. I should kind of kill these guys, huh? What do you guys think? Actually kill stuff that's worth XP? That might be mobs. Oh, there's a rare. There's one rare. Alright, you made it worth it for me to go that way, buddy. Alright, let's go back out into the fields. Solaris Concourse. Wait, am I going the wrong way again? Am I? I think I am. I want to be going towards the Imperial Fields. Oh boy. Cowshead says, I'll kill to have a summon Raging Spirits Vol version to summon a Pain Elemental from Doom. That would be cool. Just like one giant head. What about the giant skull head that, what's her name? Katarina. The giant skull that Katarina bites with during the Mastermind fight. Spoilers if you haven't done the Mastermind fight. Oops, sorry. That's a pretty cool interaction, right? If you could just summon like some ginormous head that would go and take people out. Is this the right direction towards the Imperial Fields? Is this the right direction? Come on. Come on! Give me the right direction. This is, by the way, this is one of the reasons why when I first start a gameplay cycle, I don't just like jump into maps or do whatever the next challenging content is. It takes, for whatever reason, it takes my brain a while to get warmed up and into game mode. Must be a geriatric thing. You young guns probably have no idea what that's like. But for us old folks, that's just, it's what's awaiting all of you youngins. I'll say it that way. Whew. Man, that blood of the Karui getting a workout. Man, this build used to be so busted when you could just use Surfies and you just like instantly regain constantly all of your HP and all of your mana and you go MOM, you just never die. Oh, I miss Delve League. SRS with rage support doesn't work. Minions cannot rage? That's pretty funny, actually. That's a funny interaction. If only it could. If only you could actually build up a rage on your SRS and they just start degenning and killing everything really quickly. That would actually be pretty cool. Alright, I think at some point today I am going to set up my body swap setup for Poet's Pen, because I'm just going to get lazy. I just want to be pressing spacebar and occasionally hitting my flasks. That's all I want to do. Alright, there's a waypoint. Grab that just in case we need it on this character to give to somebody else, if ever. Hey, let's stand inside the lightning ring. Let's do that. Let's do that. Oh man, it is good to wake up and smell the coffee. I was mad that I found your channel so late because I had like 50 stacked decks that I just opened. I had no idea why they sell for Exalted Orbs. Oh yeah, dude. If anybody's got stacked decks, feel free to hit me up. I'm buying 30 right now. 30 for an X, or 30, it's either 30 or 31, I think is my rate. So feel free to sell my way. I don't take donations or handouts. So if you just have stuff and you want to give it to me, I will not keep track of it. I am not going to make a note of it. I am not going to take it. I don't do handouts. If you want to trade me, so be it. But if you want a handout, I'm not interested in either way. I don't hand stuff out to people, and I don't take handouts from people. I'm not interested. The only time I take handouts from people is at the end of a league when somebody is like literally saying, "Hey, I'm deleting all my stuff and I don't play standard." That's the only time I take stuff from players, and I say, "Okay, great. I will use this in standard to test out builds." So, and generally speaking, at this point, I have most of the stuff that I could ever want in standard, except just currency to craft stuff. Like, but I've got currency and itemization to actually try different builds out. So, vast majority of the time, don't even take stuff from people in standard anymore. Alright, where's the Gemling Legion? I think they're, like, really close to the entrance of this particular zone, right? If I remember right. So I gotta find the entrance to it. And then they'll be all stacked up in a corner somewhere. And then I can just slowly roll in there with my Volatile Dead. Yes, yes. Stand there while my Volatile Dead kill you all. Wah. Oh, is this it? This is a large enough area. We are rich, sire. Rich, rich, rich. Yeah, I think they're up over here, maybe? Is that them down there? I don't know, there's a bunch of chickens. Kill the chickens! Is this them? There's a whole bunch of guys up here. Yeah, this is them. Alright, let's spawn a whole bunch of these, and go get them! Go get them, guys! Go get them! There we go. They're all dead. Alright, talk to Malmora, and get another passive point, and then let's go do lab. Labyrinth, it is so fun. I like to die, like to run away from traps that kill me. Alright, so
Why are you still standing there?
why are you still standing there? I'm not anymore, okay? Jeez. Leave me alone. Harsh. Alright, passive point. Where do we want to spend this? Towards this jewel socket, right? Yes, yes, excellent. Okay, Mr. Burns, calm down. Let's go to our hideout and let's go look for some jewels. Alright, so while we're looking for jewels, we want these kind of jewels. Good jewels. We want jewels that have got life and spell damage, or fire. Spell damage, please. Spell damage. Increase spell damage. Fire. What about fire damage? Fire damage. Nope, not adds fire damage. Fire damage. Fire damage to spells, or increased fire damage. Yep, either of those would work. And what about attack speed? Attack speed is always the tricky one. Attack speed plus life is usually like an X. Oh, I need to type it in as a jewel, by the way. Oh, they don't exist. Okay, that's great. Let's get rid of the increased fire damage. Oh, they don't exist. Okay, great. Total maximum life, that's why. It's because it's increased life. I'd put in the wrong particular thingamabob. Fire spell damage. There we go. Let's take a look. Alright, there's 44 of these that have got spell damage, and then I want explicit for fire damage, right? Yeah, I don't want pseudo. Oh, it only gives pseudo. Okay, fine, be that way. I could just do adds fire damage to spells. There we go. Let's try that. Hello, I'd like to buy your 2 Exalted for my 62. Excellent. Great, come to my hideout. Give me your currency. So, no results found. Okay, get rid of this, and let's see what we're looking at. Maybe we'll go with the block setup since we got the 2 Poet's Pens. That's actually one of the things I did in Hardcore. I actually did grab that whole wheel that's like, hey, increases block chance while you're dual wielding. Which is, where is it? It's up here, right? Chance to block spell damage and more block. Where is it? Here it is. Mysticism. 4% chance to block spell damage while dual wielding, 4% chance to block attack damage while dual wielding, increase spell damage while dual wielding, 10% chance to gain a power charge and frenzy charge when you block attack or spell damage. That was a pretty decent a pretty decent wheel for me in hardcore. Obviously, when you're using Frenzy as a way to generate charges, you don't really need it, right? Like, you don't need to get your charges from that source, but it's kind of nice. Cast speed would be kind of nice, because that would impact my flame dash, but really that's the only thing that's going to impact. So let's just go buy up some of these jewels. Like, let's go buy both of these jewels from this guy, because I'm going to have at least 3 jewel sockets. 1, 2. This will be a third one for the mana. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 jewel sockets. 5. Potentially 5 jewel sockets here. So Max Hack says you can easily see stuff like gemlings from the map since they always have metamorph parts on them. Oh, that's brilliant. That is absolutely brilliant then. NP, message me when you're out. Cage the Kangaroo says, probably a dumb question. It's probably not. But you planning on going through with Poet's Pen for the build? Yeah. Yeah, I'm using Poet's Pen for this particular build. I can't join your hideout, buddy. Yay, now let me join your hideout. Yeah, I am going to be using Poet's Pen. We're level 63 right now. We're going to go do the 3rd lab here in a sec. Once we get some good stuff. Which, we've got some more good stuff here. Oh, look at that. That's even 1% to block spell damage while holding a shield. I don't care about that. But that gives us some spell damage. It gives us some attack speed. I could divine that. Do I have any divines? I don't think I do. I think I ran out of divines. It's a bummer. Too bad I'm broke. Only sitting on like 60 exalts. I have 0 reason to complain. Yeah, I have no divines left. Alright. Well, we will just make do. Alright, who else had a decent one for me? Wielding a staff. That one's just well rolled. That one's mana regeneration rate. This is cast speed. Let's do this one. I like that cast speed stuff. 19 chaos. We can make that happen, right? Yeah! There we go, Swig Z. So then on our next level, we can apply this particular gem, and then we'll buy the next 2 from the TL Joker guy when he's done with his map. So that gives us 4 jewels, so that way we're ready to go. So that way as we level up, we're just socking those jewels away. There we go. Look at that. Increased attack speed, increased cast speed while dual wielding, increased spell damage, and increased maximum life. Man, these are so cheap. These were incredibly expensive, by the way. Incredibly expensive during Blight League to get these sorts of jewels. Then again, it was in hardcore, so maybe that's why. Alright, if I need to grab another one, I can always come up here and grab the other one. For 2 points, I can always take the 5%ers away from the Silent Life Wheel and go grab some more. Let's do that, so that way we're ready to trade with that guy whenever he comes out. Let's not do the lab while we're waiting for this guy to come out of maps. So is there anything else that we can do while we wait? Queen of the Sands. Complete the Stormblade. Okay, so let's go find the Stormblade. We can do that. Cage the Kangaroo says, I have some spare div cards if you want to trade. No, I'm not looking for just general div cards, man. I'm just flipping stacked decks. That's all I'm trading right now. That's all I'm flipping. Stacked decks and Ancient Orbs. Those are the 2 things. So. Oh no! Who messages me? Somebody for stacked decks, which is great. Alright, where is the Stormblade? The Stormblade is the, it's the zombie quest, right? A whole bunch of zombies standing all together. Right? Man, I hate getting shocked. Shocked kills me a lot of the time. Hey, there's the Stormblade quest. Okay, we found it. Teleport to that guy's location. Let's trade for these stacked decks. And then let's go get the Stormblade. And then hopefully TL Joker will be able to be out of maps by then, and we can buy our next 2 jewels, which would be nice. And then we can go do the lab. Yes, I do. Yes, please. Yes, please. Both jewels that have attack speed and life and spell damage. Please. Please, mate. Alright. 2 for 10. Be good, Iron. Good luck on the Necro build. Oh, thanks, mate. Thanks, mate. TL, is that Team Liquid? Is that what that is? Is that the famed Team Liquid themselves? Stormblade is Sin's daughter? Yes. Right, that's the goddess? Right? Chance to block attack damage while doing... Man, these are good. These are both good. Good jewels. Attack speed, life, spell damage while dual wielding. I should Exalt Slam this just to see what we get. Alright, so let's refund 1, 2, 3, 4. In order to come up and grab 1, 2. And then, how many is this away? 1, 2. Oh. I thought I had another 2 socket. Thought I had another 2. Huh. Maybe it's 3 away. Maybe it's 3 away is what I was counting. I think I was counting the one for mana. Yeah, I was counting this one. Okay, so I need to refund this as well. Oof. Okay. And look at that! Lo and behold, we just got good amount of life, good amount of spell damage. All because we rearranged some of our tree. It's really nice. And overall, we're still better off life than where we were, and now it's just really easy because every time we level up, we know where those passive points go. They go into the Silent Life wheel. Alright, let's go do the Stormblade quests, and then let's go do lab. Hey, what's up, Henrique? How do you think this build will fare against the endgame? I think pretty well. I think I'm building it, this league, just for damage. Like, that's how I'm building it. I'm not building it with survivability in mind, so... As you can see. As you can see, my character nearly just explode. So, it should be pretty interesting. Between Cremation and Vault of Dead... Look at Cremation, dude. Just look at it. Look at all the projectiles it fires out. It's just... Pow, 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 pow. It's so cool. I need to get my Cremation set up on the 6th link. Forget Frenzy. Get Cremation set up. Alright, take this to Sin. Cage Kangaroo says, with level 21 gems and the new Awakened supports, I'm sure this is an endgame viable. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This build, I already know it's endgame viable in that I've played it several times before. In both hardcore and softcore with 2 different versions of it. Obviously, the hardcore version is a bit more tanky. So the hardcore version, for instance, you don't use Anger and Herald of Ash. Like, you use some more defensive aura setups. Other things that you can do, you go Combs. You just definitely go Combs for your chest piece. I'm not sure if I want to go Combs yet. If I want to use Combs or if I want to use something else. You want a fast mapper to properly farm legions? Yeah, Poet's Pen. Poet's Pen is good. Poet's Pen is good for that. You can set it up in a couple of different ways. One of them would be Vault of Dead, obviously. The problem with the Vault of Dead version is it takes a while to ramp up. But once you get going into a map and you get your frenzy charges going, then you're good to go. Once we go mapping, I will actually swap over to a body swap setup with Unearth, and you'll see, like, it's pretty much a one-button build at that point, like between your flasks as well as your actual frenzy attack. It's basically a one-button build at that point because you just hop around. It's similar. It's like the caster's version of Flicker Strike is what I usually equate it to. It's quite fast. You can play it with basically any spell you like as your option for damage. I like Vault of Dead because it homes in on enemies and because it can track enemies down from multiple screens away. Also, you can preload your damage for bosses, which I enjoy doing that, obviously. Who doesn't like doing that, right? We're playing in a league when miners are like the second or third most popular thing to play, right? You guys know what I'm talking about when I say preloading your damage. It's a great thing to do in PoE. Alright, where is she? Did I already miss her? She's up here, isn't she? This is going to be a dead end. I'm going to walk all the way up here. I'm going to use my frenzy charges, and this is going to be a dead end. Yep, it's dead end. Where are you, you stupid snake lady? I mean, Shakiri. Where are you? Whoop, stay moving. Stay mobile. That's one of the things that actually keeps or adds to your survivability as you're playing Poet's Pen later on when you're using body swap, is it can be a little bit annoying because you're constantly jumping around, but because you stay mobile, like there's a serious aspect to the there is a serious bonus to the defensive aspect that staying mobile provides you. Here she is. All right, let's preload some damage. Get those corpses going. All right, there she is. Get out of her way. Is she already running away? Not yet. She will be soon. Where is she? She's running away. Okay. Great. Let's take the 10-minute time that it takes to do this. Henrique says, I do have a bit of currency, but I absolutely don't want to level a 4th character. Okay. Well, what characters do you have so far? You could always respec a character into becoming a faster mapper. Basically, every single base class in the game right now, you could respec it by running the lab again and respecing into another build that would be better for mapping. Like that is totally a thing. Basically every single class right now in the game has got a fast mapping version of itself. Some classes obviously are better than others for speed, but pretty much everybody's got an option, if not multiple options for fast clear speed builds. So go ahead and drop your 4 characters in chat, and I'm sure chat can help you out. I'm sure we can get something theory crafted for you as a fast mapper. How many times is Shakiri going to kill me? At least 6? Nah. Whoop! At least once? She's going to pop up here in a second. Where is she? There's her tail. Watch the tail. Yikes! Yikes! Alright, there she is again. Pop some cremations up, and she's dead. Alright, talk to Arasha for your reward. Alright. Henrique says, did they fix the interaction with Poet's Pen with Barrage? People were getting absolutely insane fast builds with it? My lips are sealed. We'll find out together, won't we? Alright, I got 2 passive points here, so we can come up and grab... Do I still have another... I don't have another jewel. I've got 4 socketed, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so I can get another 1, 2, 3, another 1, 2, 3. Is that it? I think that's it. So I can have 6 jewel sockets on this build. That's not bad. I like it. So what is that, like by level 80 we'll have another two jewel sockets, and we've got a whole bunch of life to grab? Yeah, I like it. Alright, let's go try... Should we go try Azaro? Ugh, it's kind of spooky. We can go try him. I'll try him once. We'll die once for the stream, and then everybody can laugh at me, and it'll be great. We'll all have a great chummy laugh. I'll tilt, and then I'll use the restroom while I'm screaming and giving profanities to my toilet as I'm upset at Azaro. It'll be great. I mean, look at this. It's just a level 68 zone. I'm going to get killed by porcupines in here, let alone Azaro. If he touches me, I'm dead. I have 0 armor, people. Like, I think I don't have any armor on this build. I'm still using 7 League Step for my boots. Oh. Now, if I could get some Tailwind boots, that would be sick. But look at this. Look at my armor. Do you see any armor on my character? I don't even have a cast when damage taken setup. My cast when damage taken setup is me pressing my flasks. That's my cast when damage taken setup. Oh, porcupines, get away. I am totally going to fail this lab. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Oh, and this is like the second to longest lab. I hate running the lab. When I'm not on a lab runner, I hate running it. Ugh! We'll see, though. We'll see. Maybe we can make it work. Maybe I just won't ascend, you know, on this character. Maybe I just won't ascend until, like, level 90, you know? Just be really, really safe. Oh, no, a porcupine. Alright, where is that golden key? I've got a golden ticket. Alright, if we're gonna die here, right? Because it's early enough that you won't have to feel bad when you run it again. But wait, I'm not gonna run it again. That's my secret. Haha, we're just doing it once. And if we fail, I'm not gonna run the lab again. Because I don't want to. Although this third lab point, I think, is actually going to be pretty good. Essence Glutton. 20% increased maximum mana for each nearby corpse. You and allies nearby regenerate. Energy Shield. Oh, goodness. Speaking of death and dying. Nearby allies regenerate. Energy Shield. For each corpse nearby, you regenerate 5 mana. And then regenerate 8% of Energy Shield over 2 seconds when you consume a corpse. Regenerate 8% of mana over 2 seconds when you consume a corpse. So essentially, what I can do with this third Ascendancy is I can just rage my mana in combination with Indigan and spend as much mana as I want, and I just constantly keep recovering it and constantly keep scaling up the rage of it and constantly keep scaling until I get to that maximum amount of spell damage for spending mana. That is the goal. Oh, I should have preloaded some damage there. Hi, I'm opening a door and I have 0 armor. Should I preload damage? Did I pick the wrong way? Probably. King B says, on the topic of characters, I think with all the updates, and since I'm loving this Vortex CI build, I might just stay in Standard. It has so much content already, and it always gets updated with more. You're right, dude. Dude, seriously, so many players hate on Standard. I don't know why. I don't know why there's this elitist mentality like, hey, you have to play in a league, and if you're not playing in the league, then you're dumb. Like, if you enjoy playing Standard, this is your hobby. This is your playtime. Like, this is your time when your boss isn't telling you what to do, where you don't have obligations to other family members. Like, this is literally your time to kick back and make choices to do whatever you want to do. There's way worse things that you can do with your time than play PoE. And playing PoE in Standard is like, oh, well, the game is too easy over there because there's all this legacy gear. Just because someone's playing in Standard doesn't mean they're using legacy gear, dude. I don't know. I have a hard time buying into arguments against playing in Standard. I like to play in leagues because I like the freshness and the newness of a restart. Because I'm unlike a large segment of the community that hates re-rolling characters. I enjoy re-rolling characters. Maybe it's just because I'm sadistic. I don't know. But I actually enjoy it. Alright, let's summon up a whole bunch of Volatile Dead here. And hopefully they will all go on Azaro and he'll die instantly. And then we'll just keep moving. Oh! Don't you jump at me, sir. Don't you jump at me. Whoop! Don't you jump at me. He's got the goddess on him today, too. That's obnoxious. The goddess is obnoxious because sometimes he will jump across the screen, like if he jumps up here to go up, and then you flame dash down and away from him, and then the goddess targets where you're going to land. So, like, you can get rickrolled by the goddess killing you. That can be sometimes frustrating. Oh, look, monsters right as soon as we get in here. Great. All right, where are we at? Just go to the right, right? That's the secret of the labyrinth. Go right. Oh boy, traps. G3 Iron's nemesis. Oh goodness! We made it. Okay. Whew. That was a little bit of a pucker moment. Had to pucker up and just run. Jinkies. All right. Whoa. Hey, there's traps there. You guys are spooky. Well, there's more traps over here too. What the? It's like you guys don't want me to complete the labyrinth or something. Sheesh. It's almost like this is a difficult challenge. Alright, do we want Basilica Halls? Let's try it. Cowsed says, you do miss out on some of the content that doesn't make it back. That's true. Like, that's true. But if you're a standard-only player and you only want to play PoE in its most complete form, in its most polished form, a lot of the content that doesn't go forward because it's not polished enough. One of the complaints that many players have with Path of Exile is that it's not polished, it's not finished, there's lots of bugs, etc. So if you just want to play the game in its least buggy form, standard is for you. Like, it's at least an option. So a lot of players complain about how buggy PoE is, but then they don't want to play it on standard, or they don't want to at least even try it out. It's kind of like, well, that's... I mean, again, that's your choice. I'm not going to critique you for making that choice. I'm just going to say that's an option that's available to you. Don't rag on somebody else because they're making a different choice than you. Okay, is this one of the weird ones? Am I going... Yep, I'm going towards the dead end. Let's hope it's not actually a dead end with me dying. Yikes! Alright, Aspirant's Trial, here we go. Nesterior says, standard is fine. I just enjoy playing stuff that might not make it into the game. Yeah, that's fun. But I'm sure Metamorph is coming to standard. Yeah, it is. What is up, 86 VK? We are playing a Poet's Pen Necromancer build. We are right now in the... what is this called? The third labyrinth? I forget what it's called, whether it's Cruel or Merciless. But that's the one that we're in. We're in the third labyrinth. We are hopefully not going to die to Azaro right here. Where's the goddess? There she is. She just fired, so she's on cooldown. Watch the slam. Whoa! She was not on cooldown. I need some more corpses. She's going to shoot. When's she going to shoot? She hasn't shot in a second. When's she going to shoot? Okay, she's not going to shoot. There we go. Whew, that was a little nerve-wracking there for a second. Like, she's on cooldown! She's not on cooldown! Abort! Abort! Oh, man. Alright, so where do we want to go from here? I think it's always right, right? Yeah, the answer's always right. Yeah. Are there porcupines here? There's going to be porcupines, aren't there? There's going to be porcupines. There's going to be porcupines plus traps. And I'm going to die. That's what's going to happen. It always happens on the third instance, right? I'm in the third instance of the zone. I'm on the, like, the last fight. And then Azaro kills me. Fear not the elements. Jeez, I fear that guy. Oof, he hurt. Okay, this is... What is this? Poison traps. Do I care about poison traps? Not really at the moment. I just want the way through. Is this a dark shrine? This better not be a dark shrine. Oh, goodness. Those guys can explode things. Oh, no! There's porcupines! Get away from me, you demons! Shoo! Go get them, Volatile. Go around the corner and get them. Yeah, I'm just going to hide over here. Alright, there we go. Brave, brave Sir Robin played the poet's pen. He always hid behind the corners. Brave, brave Sir Robin. Alright, where are we here? We're going to go far right. Okay. Hey, at least I'm low enough level that actually killing stuff in the lab is giving me XP, right? Oh, that's a trap. That's kind of nice, right? Like, what a rare phenomenon. Killing stuff in the lab is actually worth killing. More bad guys? There are more bad guys? See, look at how useful Volatile Dead is. It's like, hey, let me go find those bad guys that are going to kill you in a second. Volatile Dead, though, the only thing that I think could be done to improve it is if it could, like, just straight up destroy traps. Just like, nope, traps are dead. Traps are removed from the lab. When you use Volatile Dead, traps are removed from the lab for the day. Okay, I need to go right up here. One thing that can be that has killed me in the past in the lab is when you kill zombies. Yes, I do. Wait till I die in lab. When you kill zombies in the labyrinth, and sometimes they die and they leave, like, not just corpses, but they'll leave, like, an actual pile of I forget what it's called, of ash, I think. That actually can be quite frustrating to deal with. Because sometimes they'll die on top of a trap, and you won't notice it. Or you won't notice it right away. Alright, is he going to jump right away? I've got to deal with all the traps here. Nope, he didn't jump right away. Alright, is he going to... There's the goddess. How am I still alive? There's the jump. There's the goddess. We did it! Yes! Oh, man. Whew! I think he got me down to sub 100 HP there. I think that's what that was. I'm watching the instant replay. When he smashed the ground, yeah, that looked like sub 100 HP to me. I'll let you guys tell me. That looked real low, is what I'll say. Hey, I actually need some of these. Let's grab some of these. Whew. Alright, let's invite Jamie Handless Lannister. Let's throw these on gloves, boots, or helmet. Let's throw these on our gold rim. No, let's not. Let's not. I like Edict of Spite on here. These are corrupted. Do I have another pair of boots that I actually want to enchant? Anything else I want enchanted on here? Sure, what about these Victarios? Oh, nice. 6% chance to dodge. Alright, don't forget to actually ascend. Sometimes I do that when I'm excited to go make a trade. Let's take Essence Glutton. And then we could do Mistress of Sacrifice. And put Spirit Offering in one of our Poet's Pens. We won't kill anything, but we'll never die. That's one thing we could do. Just constantly have a bunch of Energy Shield cropping back up. Whew! That's awkward. Whoa. We're seeing G3 Iron and surround sound here. That's awkward. Alright, let's make this trade. For what is it? 30 stack decks? Whew, I'm literally actually still shaking. Like, I'm still kind of shaky from killing that Azaro. Oh my goodness! It feels good. It feels good to kill Azaro and to not be dead. And that is the reason why I play softcore leagues half of the time and hardcore leagues half of the time. Because I don't want to feel like that all the time, but some of the time I do want to feel like that all of the time. Whew! Alright, can I add lightning to these rings? If I can add like an elemental damage to attacks. Yeah, I can add lightning. Okay. So let's do that. Let's craft this onto here. Because if I get rid of these gloves, which add fire damage to attacks, I can now grab elemental equilibrium, and then stuff will really blow up. Okay. So let's... couple other things. We're level 64. We can use this at 65. We can use End again at 69. When is it that we can use combs? Let's go look at combs again. I think it's 68 is combs, right? Or is it only 64? No, it's 68. Okay. So combs, so a quick pull up. I'm going to quickly pull up here. Just really quickly. Oh wow, there's my paint for today's image. I'm really quickly going to pull up our POB here and see how much HP we gain off of using combs versus using just like a regular rare. So let's look. Let's import our build from Steel Draconis. What's this character's name? Wagon Witch, right? Yeah, Wagon Witch. Okay. Wait, did I not import it? I think I clicked done. I didn't click import. See, misclicks happen. Alright, so here's our... This is not our tree. This is not my tree. Where did my tree go? I grabbed the wrong tree. Oh wait, I should actually look at this tree really quick, because this was my other Poet's Pen build, right? No, this looks like a minion damage build. This is a Necromancer. This is a Necromancer Summoner. Okay, I actually don't want to use that as a reference point. Okay, let's go here. Import. Import. Okay, go to our tree. Yep, this is the right tree. Go to items. Okay, let's look up Combs Heart. Combs Heart. Glorious Plate. Let's add this to our build. And let's just see. If I grab a Combs Heart, go to our Volatile Dead. Our Volatile Dead in POB says the spell is 14,000 damage. Our total life is 3,100. When I go to Combs Heart, we go up to 15,000 damage and 4,300 life. That is a lot of life. Okay, so we are probably going to drop a whole bunch of this useless stuff. Like, I don't need Zealotry. I don't need Desecrate. What else don't I need? I wouldn't have to have increased duration in phase run. Like, I could. But we'll see. We'll see. Basically, I do have a lot of gem slots. So I think that's what? 2 gem sockets, 3 gem sockets that are open. Here's another one. So I need a 4-link for my Frenzy, which generally goes in my Helm. Which that'll go into Indigan, right? I think that's the way how that works. I don't think I want to use Adziri's Step this time. I think in the past I've used Adziri's Step for dodge chance, and I don't think I'm going to do it this time. Merrick says, I just got to 68 to use my Cosprees, 3600 HP, level 12 Nova Gem, and zoomed through my tier 11 map. This feels so much better than my first 3 characters this week. Hey, there you go, Merrick. That sounds awesome. So eventually I am going to swap off of the 7 League Step. What are the Tailwind boots going for right now? Because I actually don't have a copy of those. You have Tailwind, right? You have Tailwind if you've dealt a critical strike recently on boots. Let's see just what the base of those is going for right now. Oh, cheap. Those are like 90C. Okay. 100C, 90C. Okay, so if we do one that's actually got like life on it, and it's good, it's like, yeah, 5x. but that's something, right? It's something. It gives us a price point to at least navigate by. Oh, here's some elusive boots. These are 26x. 8% chance to gain elusive on critical strike, and you have Tailwind if you've dealt a critical strike recently, plus 89 flat maximum life, and then they're 2-tone boots, so they have 12 to fire and cold resistance. My goodness, those are good. Then it's got crafted on there, 20% increased moves. Just look at these. Look at these boots, chat. Dear G3 community, look at these boots. The Pain Spur 2-tone boots. I kind of just want to go out and impulse buy those right now. Those are looking good. 26x. Man. They don't even have the natural roll of move speed on there. Those are without the natural roll. That's just with crafted roll. Oh my goodness. Here's one with 35% move speed. 60x. Oh, here's Mirror Tier. 15% increased cooldown and recovery speed. Yeah, that's good. Tailwind cannot be frozen. Man, these are good. I should offer these guys like 15C. See if they'd take it. Oh, that's funny. Oh, this is just mastercrafted. Yeah, flat strength, flat life, cannot be frozen, 12% chance to gain onslaught. Yeah. Do I have 28 stack decks right now? I do. Okay. Oh man, those boots look good. Sorry, that was just a little bit of me going to the very expensive store and just drooling as I look in the window. Like, all of this stuff is too expensive. This is all ridiculous. Then, like, if I go and I look at like an Adziri's Step, it'll just be like, these are like 5C. Oh wait, I've got my search parameters screwed up here. Here, let's make this trade, and then we can continue to go and ogle more various items that could be upgrades for us. So we're definitely going to go with combs in our chest piece. We've got our Indigans for our helmet. I don't know what I'm going to do with boots yet. And then for gloves, I'm thinking we're going to go gloves with the +1 frenzy charges, because frenzy charges are great for attack speed, for cast speed, and for more damage multiplier. So we've got our 3 labyrinths done. I think we can go kill Katava now, right? Right? Meet him at the horns. Go kill Katava. I think that's what we do. Then once we kill Kitava, the next progression that we're going to go on is we're going to put Body Swap into one of our Poet's Pens. Cowsid says, just don't pull a G3 and die 50 times plus on your way to 90. Yeah, don't do that. It's a good idea. See, the trick is to get the vast majority of your deaths in prior to killing Kitava the first time, because those deaths don't lose you XP. So you want to get basically all of your deaths out of your system, like in the first half of the story. That's the goal. All right, where do we go from here? Look at that. We've got 10 stacks of Essence Glut. Isn't that great? We're just recovering mana and ES all over the place. It's great. Do I need to go D&D so people stop trading me while I kill Kitava? Is that what's going to need to have happen? I think I'll get like half a level, maybe a whole level out of this. I'm definitely going to ding 65 here. And then I'll be able to use my my Enduring Mana Flask, which will be quite the nice bonus for a mana. Speaking of mana, am I not using Herald of Ash? Yeah, I'm not. Ooh, that's spooky. No wonder why stuff was actually alive to cast its stuff at me. I wasn't. There we go. Man, those explosions are great. Herald of Ash explosions. Oh goodness, that was a close one. It's gonna feel so good once I get combs and I just don't die to stuff like that anymore. Just keep the flasks rolling, right? Pretend we're a Pathfinder. Just keep pressing your flasks. That way your Karuai is always on to heal you. That's the game plan. Alright, so kill Kitava, swap to Body Swap in one of our Poet's Pen setups. Anything else that I need to do? Eventually do Uber Lab. I don't think I want to do Uber Lab today. I don't think I have the nerves to do Uber Lab on this build today. I'm just letting you know, chat. If you guys were all really looking forward to me going back into the lab, like I'm still kind of jittery. I haven't had any caffeine today whatsoever. Who needs caffeine when you can fight a Zaro, right? My goodness. Alright, this should be my level right here, this square. Bada boom! Give me my level. Alright. So now we're level 65, which we can take that and just put that directly into 5% life, 3,200 life. Yeah, we're gonna be at like 4,500-ish life with combs once we get combs going. I kind of would like to try this Poet's Pen setup with cremation and see what it does. Like do like Body Swap, Unearth, Cremation, and see how that feels. It wouldn't be nearly as homing, but I wonder if the damage would actually be much better. Henrique says, well, my Necro has 232 deaths. Nice. Nice. Cowsed says, good luck reaching level 70. How many of those deaths were to Hillock? Funny story. Funny story. Every hardcore league now, I think for the last 3 hardcore leagues, I have sacrificed a character to Hillock. So I think it's a good idea to sacrifice a character to Hillock in hardcore, because in hardcore, when your character dies, you don't get that little option that says resurrect at checkpoint. It just says resurrect at town. And that is a very, very demoralizing thing to see, like when you're in Act 5 or when you're Act 9 or when you're in maps. That is a very demoralizing thing that can make you go, okay, I'm going to take a break from PoE for a little bit. Right? It can be a tilting thing when you lose a character. And so whenever I'm playing hardcore, I like to take a character early on in the league, like my first character on day 1, and just run up to Hillock and just like sacrifice myself to him. Just be like, come on, big guy, take me down. Just have a character death this league as a ceremonial first death, and then it shows up. It's like, do you want to resurrect in town? And it's like, oh man, so this is what this feels like. And if it feels this bad when I kill Hillock, imagine how bad it's going to be feeling the rest of the league. And it is a mental trick, a little reminder for myself that, hey, this is a hardcore league. This is serious business, as it were. The game is not going to hold your hand or forgive you for making any kind of mistakes or apologize for any kind of lag. The game is just here to kill you. That is what the game is here for in Hardcore League. What is up, Lodrick? Welcome, welcome. Thanks for the kind words. He says, love the content. Keep up the good work. Glad you're enjoying our discussions, my man. I enjoy our discussions. That's why I do them. Discussions and videos that you don't see featured on the channel are because I don't enjoy those sorts of discussions, or I don't have those sorts of skills to put together those sorts of videos. Basically, those are the two reasons why I put together the content that I put together. Because A, I can do it, and B, I enjoy doing it. One of the things that I noticed when I first started thinking about doing PoE discussions, I noticed that there actually weren't that many people like doing almost elongated discussions in an interactive discussion format. So like think sports talk, right? Like something that was similar to like sports talk radio, but for PoE. And that was kind of a bummer. I was like, man, I really wish I just had a community of people to chat with about PoE and PoE related things. And of course there are lots of great content creators about PoE that can teach you a whole lot about PoE. Don't hear what I'm not saying. But there wasn't necessarily a big community of people who just got together and talked about all of the various things that we talk about. Mechanics, updates to the game, build guides, tips and tricks for new players. Like, there were lots of different content creators who would do one or two of those things, but maybe nobody that was just doing that across the board. Oh, I'm dead. Totally dead to his flame breath. I need to be in the top right, not in the bottom left. Here we go. This is the safe spot for killing Kitava. I think I went over that yesterday. Alright, here comes his heart. Let's get our auras back on. Let's get our little golem back out. And Kitava should be dead, right? Is he dead? No? Kitava's heralds are not dead. Man, the mobs in this zone are actually the strongest thing. Kitava's not even the strongest thing. It's the guys he summons. May a new dawn arise! I don't know why, but Sin just turned into a big Baptist preacher. May a new dawn arise and Kitava be slain! There we go. Alright, so what's our resistances now? They're terrible. 62, 46, 58, minus 30. Oh, that's not good. Alright, so when we look for our gloves and our boots now, we can look to fill those out. That's what we're going to look to do. Because, actually, this isn't great in terms of a ring. It's only 29 life. I may replace that ring. This ring is actually decent. Life, and then resistances, and then dex. So we may keep the ring on our right finger, but not the one on our left. Cowshead says, damn, at this point, some air from a monster could kill your character. Yes, in fact, that's why I want to hide around corners, summon Volatile Dead, and then let Volatile Dead go around the corner and kill the stuff while I'm hiding. It's my Brave Sir Robin cosplay. King Beast says, I've never tried hardcore because I hate in softcore when I walk into a pack in maps and then I get a big lag spike and rip for no reason, so I know it would crush me in hardcore. Yes. Yes. That is true. Alright, let's go talk to Lonnie. Lonnie, where you at? Alright, 2 passive points. And those are going to go into Hya and Hya. Alright, and we are now 65, so we can use this. That's great. Good job, little mana flask. Go away. These 2 gems are done, so we can put them in our character swaps. We don't need this. We don't need this. Whoops. So you guys can go in there. Our gold rim we can't quite swap off of yet. Oh man, our resistances are going to get even worse actually, because we're going to swap to Omeocan. Or not Omeocan, Indigan. Ooh, that's I should actually be looking to upgrade based off of this. Oh! Look at my resistances! Oh, that's bad. That's really bad. Ooh. That's really, really bad. What can we do with this, chat? 30 fire, 14 cold, and how much lightning? 26? Oh. Okay. We can fix this. Yeah, look at our belt. Our belt is crap. We can get a much better belt. We can get a much better pair of gloves. We can actually get some resistances now. We don't need to be using 7 league step. Okay, so let's get some of these too. Pass the Salt says, I literally just killed Katava as you killed him too. Hey, there you go, man. Cowsed says, hey, G3 Iron, can you look at your stream on your phone and see if it loops after a while? That's so weird. Didn't you say it did the same thing yesterday? It's not looping for me, so I'm very confused. I'm just as confused as you are. It's not looping for me on YouTube, on testing on YouTube. I actually went back last night and looked at it. It was not looping for me. That doesn't mean that it's not. It just means that it wasn't working for me when I was trying to test it. Alright, so we're still going to use this setup for now. There's my body swap. And there's my summon lightning golem. Okay. Do we want faster casting, arcane surge, and flame dash, and portal? It'd be nice if we could keep all of that stuff. Omeocan we can't use until 69. We can't use combs until 68. Alright, so let's go get some boots. Let's go get some boots. Alright. Where did my trade window go? Here it is. Let's go get some boots. Can we get some boots that have tailwind on them? Let's see. Boots with life. Let's just see how ridiculously expensive they are. With some resistances. Just with 2. We'll just look for 2 resistance. We're not greedy. Speaking of which, how much are combs going for? Should I just grab my combs off one of my other characters, or should I buy a new one? I don't want to have to flip it all the time. They're going for 27C. Okay. Can we buy your combs for 20C? Is it actually there? Why, thank you, sir. We'll buy your combs. That's faster than me getting on my other account. There we go. What's the damage on this? It's like, it's middle of the road, actually. Oh, and it's got increased maximum energy shield. That's a fantastic corruption. On a combs. Oh, that's funny. Alright, let's see. What's the next thing that we need to do? So we have our combs. Oh, we needed to do body swap. So we'll do body swap out for GMP? No, we'll do body swap out for combustion. Yeah, we'll do body swap out for combustion. Alright, I'm going to update this on the stream so that way... Hey, wait a minute. Why is my monitor capturing the wrong amount of the monitor? That's silly. There we go. Is that better? Hopefully that's better. Whew. There we go. That looks much better. Okay, so we've got our combs, we've got our Endigan. We need boots, that's what we were looking up. Tailwind boots, maximum life, cold resistance. How much? 1x? I could go for boots for 1x. Oh, they're not actually 1x. Are you actually there, buddy? These were listed an hour ago. I'll happily buy these from you for 1x. If you're actually there. If you're there? Oh, he's there! Oh my goodness! Someone who said they were AFK is not AFK! Look at this! We're getting boots that have tailwind! And fire and life and cold! I'm so excited. This is very exciting. Okay. Those are good boots. Those are good boots for an Exalt. Do you hear me, chat? Say it with me. These are good boots. Good boots for an Exalt. Alright, let's update this so this way this doesn't say combustion anymore. We're going to try body swap. Plus GMP plus unearth. Alright, so this is what this looks like when we've got... Where is it? Frenzy. Okay, Frenzy plus body swap. So it creates a corpse, and then you jump to the corpse. Right, so it's a little bit like... Dear chat, this is what I mean when I say it's a little bit like Flicker Strike in that you jump around a lot. But you jump around to corpses, right? And you only jump around to corpses every other cast. Because the way how Poet's Pen works is it cycles through the socketed spells. So it's casting Unearth, and then it's casting Body Swap on top of it. So every time there is a corpse that's available for it to jump to Body Swap, which it doesn't like it over there apparently, you will jump. So every other cast it's casting Unearth, and every other cast it's casting Body Swap, and that acts as your travel skill as you are flying around through the map. That is the theory. It does go much faster, obviously with frenzy charges and as you're killing stuff. And once we have Tailwind, we're going to go a lot faster. Look at Tailwind. Oh, Tailwind is so gorgeous. I'm jealous of myself that I have these boots. All right, let's roll these up. Okay, do I have any fusings? Can I 4-link these? Yeah, look at that, 4-linked. Boom, no problem. I don't know why I'm not keeping these fusings over here. I'm not flipping fusings anymore. Okay, let's do what? What should we socket into here? With 2 blue and 2 green, we could socket Frenzy plus GMP plus what? For its faster attacks, that would be 3 greens. Oh, plus Culling Strike, that would be 4. Okay, so let's make this 4 greens. Let's do that. These are evasion bases, 4 greens, 1 chrome, not a problem. Alright, so faster attacks, and so we need to get faster attacks from Lily, and we need to get Culling Strike from Lily. Hey, what's up, Beckett? Welcome, welcome. Oh yeah, these are some good boots for an Exalt. I mean, just getting Tailwind on the boots alone is basically more than an Exalt, right? Pretty much, right? For what it costs for getting influenced boots. Alright, where's Culling Strike? Culling Strike support in with, where is it? Frenzy, in with GMP, in with faster attacks. Faster attacks. Okay, next up, we need to get some gloves. So what's our resistances at now? Still garbage. We're getting closer on fire. 30 and 26 on cold and lightning. Power charge on crit? Yeah. I could do that. We could do power charge on crit. But I'm thinking, Beckett, this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking of coming over and grabbing Mysticism, which gives me a 10% chance to gain a power charge when you block spell damage. I'm not going to block that much, but it was a thought. It was a thought as one way for power charges. The other way for getting power charges is to do, what is it, Assassin's Mark? Is it Assassin's Mark on hit? What's the one that gives you power charges? What's the curse that gives power charges? Is it Assassin's? Yeah, Assassin's Mark. Cursed enemies have a 21% chance to grant a power charge when slain. So, there you go. No Culling Strike, you ruined it. Go power charge on critical. Well, here's the thing, Beckett. Here's the thing that you always forget about this, is I use Controlled Destruction, which, like, I'm not scaling crit right now. So, It was wrong. When in doubt, I'm wrong. That is the case. That is the case. As is true. Yes, it is known, Khaleesi. All right, so we're at 71% fire, 30% cold, 26% lightning. These are absolutely terrible gloves. So let's go find some better gloves, right? Let's go look for gloves that grant... We want cold and lightning resistance. We want gloves that grant +1 maximum frenzy charges. +1 maximum frenzy. Let's see. Let's just see. Let's just see how much they cost, right? Let's just see. These are 1X. That's not bad. Not bad for 1X, and it's got 2 white sockets. Oh, it's Holly Phantom. This is, ladies and gentlemen, this is Holly Phantom who's selling these gloves. Holly Phantom, the person who put together Holly Phantom's Flicker Strike Slayer. Holly Phantom, please sell me your gloves for 1X. Please, Holly Phantom. Those are some good gloves. They were listed 3 days ago. Cowsad says, how about temp chains? Yeah. Beckett says, controlled destruction is not good with power charges. Yeah. Yeah. Look at how quickly the price on these go up. 3X, 4X for these gloves. Projectile attack damage goes up, but I'm not scaling attack damage really. Yeah, it says Holly's AFK, but actually we bought those boots off of somebody that was AFK. So that's why I'm actually wasting time messaging people who are AFK today. Look at this, 10X, 15X. Oh my goodness! This is 3X. Oh, but this adds cold damage to attacks. That's actually what we needed, right? Well, we've got the lightning damage to attacks off of our ring. But this is a ring that we're going to replace. You didn't see my joke. Oh, I did. I appreciated your joke. Ooh, these gloves have got 30% increased spell damage on them. 20 to cold and lightning, 69 to life. They're armor gloves. I don't know if I want to buy them. But they're cheap. And I'm cheap. Cheap, cheap, cheap. Yeah, I'm going to buy them. Let's buy them. 1.2x. Oh boy. Breaking the bank here. Spending 1.2x. Hey, what's up, Livio? Welcome, welcome. Gnarly says, get the new corrupt gloves and corrupt them. Cowsed said he's probably stuck in Path of Building for another day or two. Yeah. Henrique says, just tested the barrage interaction with Poet's Pen. It doesn't work anymore. I mean, there's been like 3 patches since then. So it's not a shock, right? It's not a shock that it doesn't work anymore. Tommy Wise out, cheap, cheap, cheap. Yeah, dude, I'm very cheap. I think this is actually the second most expensive build already for me this league, outside of the Necromancer that I've like almost min-maxed. At least min-maxed for my standards. Not min-maxed for maybe the rest of y'all's standards, but for me it's pretty close to min-maxed. Alright, I like it. 30% increased spell damage, which is basically what you'd have on the implicit for caster gloves anyway. +1 maximum frenzy charges, and then 20 to cold and lightning. Can I roll better on that? I might actually be able to craft better than 20. Let's see here. Cold. Is 20 the best that I can do? Yeah, 20 is the best for cold and lightning. I could just do individual though. Alright, so that increases my health pool a considerable amount. And it also brings me up to 30, 34, 46. Okay, so that evens us out. So we've got a little bit better idea of what we need to aim for with our belt and with this crappy ring. Also, I have 0 resistances on my amulet. I've got 33 cold resistance on my amulet. But this amulet was really, really good. I got this amulet, I think that was yesterday on stream. I think I got that for a few chaos. And it was like the differences between the amulets that had spell damage on it and fire damage on it with life was pretty ridiculous. I think there was one that was like 15 or 20 chaos, another one that was like 2 or 3x, and another that was 15x. So, anyway, that's that. Other things that I could do, yeah, I think this ring has got to go. I just need like an awesome resistance and life ring. That's what I need to do. Okay. All right, see you, Beckett. Beckett is going to go stream some Mountain Blade. So if anybody wants to go check out Beckett's stream for Mountain Blade, he streams over on YouTube, and he does hardcore Mountain Blade streams. So if you guys want to check out his stream, pull up his stream. You can pull it up, dual wield screens or whatever, with Path of Exile and Mountain Blade. Livio says, just to know, what is the maximum number of extra projectiles possible in the game right now? I don't know. That's actually on my content discussions to-do list, is to actually go back in and see how many projectiles we can make with one particular skill. So, that's a good question. I'm not sure what the maximum amount is, but I'm going to try it at some point. Maybe not this league, maybe later on in the league, as the league kind of dies down. But that's on my to-do list. Okay, so we've got 22 decks on this. This will also need decks, because otherwise we're running out of decks. I really don't actually need Frenzy to be that high level, do I? Because I don't care about the damage, so I could go low-level Frenzy, right? Yeah, I could just go low-level Frenzy. I don't need to level Frenzy. I guess you get more attack speed per Frenzy charge as you level it. But I could go low level and then not even worry about dealing with dexterity requirements, right? The biggest dexterity requirement that the build has is dealing with Volatile Dead. Right? Volatile Dead's got to have dexterity for it. I got 127 dex, 147 strength. Frenzy. Flicker. Blood. Frenzy. Here we go. There we go. Oh no, it doesn't scale the attack speed per frenzy charge. It doesn't do that. That's pretty nice with levels. So we don't even care about having a high level frenzy. That's pretty nice. All right, so put this semi high level frenzy in here. See if anybody wants to buy it. Blood Rage. I'm not too worried about using Blood Rage right now. Not too worried about using Combustion either. We can throw this in here. Throw this in here. Anger and Cremation, I'm worried about using both of those. Herald of Phase Run. Phase Run is also another one that I'm like, we don't have to have Phase Run, especially since we're going to be body swapping around most of the time. So Herald of Ash can go here, Increased Duration can go here, Anger can go here. Alright, so that gives us our auras. Alright, let's drop our 7 League Step back into our character swap tab. So that way that's ready to go. What else? Gnarly Bones says, what are you going to use to proc your pens? I'm using Frenzy, because then we can acquire Frenzy charges, which increases our attack speed and gives us more damage multipliers. We also just bought these awesome gloves for 1.2x. Which give us +1 maximum frenzy charges, so we're up to 4 frenzy charges right now when we're at our max, which is great. So that's 20% more damage when we're at max. However, the problem is right now is I'm at 71, 50, 46. My helm is going to be an Indigan, so we can't use that. My chest piece is going to be where did it go? My chest piece is going to be a Combs. So we're not getting any more resistances out of these 2 slots. So I need to go upgrade my belt and my rings. So let's go do that. Let's go check out a ring. with... I need cold lightning. Can I get a ring with, potentially, with chaos resistance on it as well? Let's see here. Let's look for the biggest, bonkiest ring that we can get. Let's, I think ring is... Are rings like 70 to 79? Is that T1 for rings? I think that's what I'm thinking of. You'd like to buy a heavy belt for 12C. Okay, go for it. Here you go, buddy. Have a great day. That's 2C. That's 10C. There we go. Have a great day. I didn't even have those listed. I'm sure somebody just made an exalt. That's fine. Go away. Oh, speaking of making an exalt. No, why are people messaging me? I'm supposed to be the one buying things right now. Ooh, look at that ring. 15x. 7% of damage taken gained as mana over 4 seconds when hit. 23 to chaos resistance, 41 to lightning, 5 to all, 94 to life. That's just a good ring. Straight up, that is just a good ring. Alright, well, let's see. 87 is the top roll for rings. Oh, there's vermilion rings too. We could be doing vermilion rings. Yeah, but that's probably going to be tough to get the resistance rolls that I need on a vermilion, right? Alright, what's tier 1 lightning? What's tier 1 all? Tier 1 all is 14 to 15 to 16. 45 is tier 1. So let's look for 40 on the regular resistances. And then let's see what that comes up with. 32 results. This is 16 to all resist, so that would put me over the cap for fire resistance. It's 25 to cold, so 25 plus 16 is what, 30, 41? And this would be 50 LE. So 50 LE for lightning. Yeah, 50 would put me over, cold resistance would put me over, fire would put me over. And that's only 60 chaos, but it's only 11% on the chaos resistance. What's the best chaos resistance? We've got 20x. Sheesh. Well, then this is up there at the top right here with 69 chaos. Here's one that's 100 with increased global critical strike. This one's 3x, but it's basically the same as that other one for 60C. I think this is going to be the best one to go. And it's got cold damage to attacks, which means we don't have to craft anything on there in order to proc elemental equilibrium. Do you have change for an X? Livio asks, isn't int stacking, is not intelligence stacking, no wait, I can't read this. Is intelligence stacking cheaper than dex stacking? It depends. It depends on what build it is that you're going for. Like if you're just looking for the most amount of intelligence versus the most amount of dex, or if you're looking for like a dex stacking bow with a dex stacking amulet for a very specific build versus like a Hawa int stacking build. Like it's a good question. It's a good question. This one might be my next best option. This one doesn't have room to craft on there for another elemental damage type. So I'm a little concerned about that, because then I won't be able to play with elemental equilibrium. Which means I would have to get a different ring over here, or I'd have to get a different amulet. Which maybe I will get a different amulet. Maybe that's what I'll do. That's a lot of damage on that amulet. And apparently it's a lot of dex. Henrique says, how do you make an order to buy stacked decks? So you take whatever it is that you'd like to buy, like Chaos or Exalted. You come over here to the note section, and you put tilde price, then you set the price, and then you type stacked dash deck. It's the same thing if you want to do ancient orbs, same thing if you want to do harbinger orbs, anything that doesn't already have a predetermined list that you can pull from underneath the exact price list. Okay, now this has room to craft on it. This has a prefix. This has room for a prefix on it. So this has got percentage life on it as well. Is that a hybrid roll? I think that's a hybrid. Yeah. So I think that means, is there room to craft on this still? I think there's room to craft on this. Hybrid life and life. Man, this is corrupted, but it just gives you straight up 7% increased life. Let's go with this one. Oh, I am going to lose some decks though, right? Watch me end up having to use like an Astromantis to make this build work. The irony. Alright, so I need to be level 67 to use this. That is hybrid, so can we craft onto it? We can craft onto it. So we can craft lightning damage to attacks. That's great. We can craft like the crappiest one, or not the crappiest one because we don't have transmutes apparently. Because I'm so broke. Okay. So this is 67, this is 69, this is 68. That's going to solve all of our... Oh, that's not a problem for decks. Okay. So this is going to solve all of our resistance problems for taking off our helm. Which means we might be able to get away with this particular talisman. The question here for the upgrade for our amulet is actually whether or not we need to go with like a +1 to dexterity gems or a +1 to intelligence gems. Plav says, any advice on going for 100 other than don't die? So, when a player says don't die as you're going for 100, you need to do content that's safe, right? You need to do content that's safe for your build. So if you're going to push for 100, can your build, let's say, run beachhead maps? If your build can run beachhead maps, and you've got the currency for it, just go buy enough beachhead maps, and then it's simply, like literally pushing for 100 is literally just an equation of how many different beachhead maps are you willing to run and can you purchase before you go insane in order to get your level 100. You can also use Delve for it. Delve is going to be a bit more risky than beachheads. You can use Chayula breaches for it, again, just depending on your price point and whether or not you're a CI build. But those are typically... Instead of just saying don't die, choose your method based on what sort of content you can take without going insane. Otherwise, Zana's going to trap you inside the Atlas. Henrique says, oh, is Vault of the Dead Poet's Pen good for blighted maps? Yes, it's exceptional for blighted maps. It's one of the reasons why I'm building this build. Blighted maps are actually more accessible now than they were in Blight. And so I'm very much looking forward to seeing all that play out. This is a crap belt. I need to upgrade this belt. So the belt is another spot that I can upgrade. We can get much better life. We can get better increased life. I could even do it as a Stygian Vise and then throw an Abyssal Socket in there. Yeah, so that belt is terrible. So we could upgrade the belt as well as our amulet. So those are going to be the next things that we can upgrade. Alright, so we have now killed Kitava. So let's go see what a regular old map feels like. These gloves have served their purpose. They can go into character swaps. Is there anything else in here that can get thrown away? I'm not going to use that. Not going to use that. Go away. There we go. Alright, let's go grab some low-tier maps. Do I have any low-tier maps? Ugh. I need to fight Conquerors, don't I? It's kind of a bummer. So Wharf map is apparently influenced... Wait, the Awakening objective on Jungle Valley is not complete? It's because I don't have a tier 14 Jungle Valley! What do you want me to do, game? Alright, let's go fight this and see what this feels like. With Tailwind and +1 maximum frenzy charge. Henrique says, nice, I farmed quite a lot of those and I love it because I didn't get to play last league. I missed out. Yeah, Blight maps are actually more accessible presently, like now, after Blight League, than they ever were during Blight League. They're much more accessible now. So, you may have missed out during Blight League, but the content itself is actually more available now. Alright, so do you remember how I was saying that Body Swap Poet's Pen can feel a little bit like Flicker? Like, look, I'm using one hand here. One hand is just pressed down on my space bar, the other hand is smashing flasks, one hand is, like, my thumb is on space bar, and then the other hand is on flasks. Not the other hand, the other 4 fingers. Man, I keep saying hands. So the only thing that you really have to worry about is getting stunned, which if you're really worried about getting stunned, one way that you can get around that is you can simply use Comb's Roots, because you're not using Comb's Roots, like you're not really using your boots in order to run around anyway. You're mostly using your boots as like extra stats, etc. So like we're using this for Tailwind, which apparently, do I have Tailwinds? Like, is it showing that I have Tailwinds? I don't know. Maybe it isn't, I'm just not seeing it. I don't have Cremation set up, I don't think. Yeah, I don't have Cremation set up, so... It's not saying that I'm critting, because I don't see Elemental Overload. There it is. Okay, we have Tailwind. We've apparently critted. So there's Tailwind. Which means we've got a whole bunch of action speed. We've got move speed, we've got cast speed, we've got attack speed. We've got 4 frenzy charges. It's just ridiculous. And we get to stay mobile. Like, look at that. Like, it's great, right? It's great. 50 monsters remain. It's just my Poet's Hand? Yeah, exactly. This is like... So you can see how fast I can go with Flame Dash, or you can see how fast I'll go with, like, just absolutely just shrekking stuff by blowing up corpses. It's quite nice. It's really good quality of life. And you can go even faster. I'm not even using the most fast version. Beckett the Hymnist, who was in here earlier, he's actually done the fastest version of this particular build that I've ever seen, which he uses Lightning Warp and Arc. That's his combo. He uses Arc for damage and Lightning Warp to get around. It's quite fast. Alright, did you want to trade, or did we not want to trade? 6x, 186 divided by 6. Whoops. Is that 31? Yeah, he's trading me at 31. Okay. I'm not getting scammed. That's good to know. What if he just traded me stacks of 1 stack deck instead of stacks of 10? Alright, so we need to be 67, is it? Is that what it is? It's 67, 68, 69? Yeah, okay. So basically we have major upgrades in gear every single level for the next 3 levels. So that's going to be nice. Alright, yeah, we've got a silver flask on here for our Onslaught, which is really nice. I could go with a diamond flask as well, if we want to always be critting and always have Tailwind up and always have Elemental Overload up. It's probably a good idea. It would probably add some consistency to the build. Would be to go with the Diamond Flask. Maybe instead of the Seething Divine Flask, maybe just rely on Blood of the Kurai. Get rid of the Move Speed Flask, actually, right? Go with the Diamond Flask that removes... Do I have a Diamond Flask? Might not. I might not have a Diamond Flask. Let's go find a Diamond Flask. Diamond Flask that has freeze. Can we find one? There we go. Barracuda Raider. Can we find one that's got, like, good quality? $12 chaos, buddy. What do you say? Do we have an accord? We do. 12 chaos. Gnarly Bonesful says, what ascendancies do you have? Well, you have just absolutely missed out, bud, because today we actually got our third ascendancy. So our ascendancies are as follows. First, we grabbed Plaguebringer, which gave us corpse consumption benefits. It reduces the damage of nearby enemies and gives us more damage. And then we also grabbed Corpse Pact as our second ascendancy, which gives us increased attack damage, which we really, increased damage if you've consumed a corpse recently, which we really care about because we do consume corpse recently every 4 seconds, is the minimum requirement for us to keep that up 100% of the time, and we're doing that no problem. Then we get 2% increased attack and cast speed for each corpse consumed recently, which is why you see that the build ramps up. It gets faster. The longer a map goes, the more this build speeds up because we consume more and more corpses over the course of 4 seconds. And then corpses you spawn at 50% increased maximum life, which of course Vault to Dead scales some of the damage that we do based on the life of the corpse. Then our third ascendancy that we went with was Essence Glutton, so that way we're regenerating a whole bunch of mana and a whole bunch of energy shield because we rage mana like crazy. And then for each nearby corpse, you and nearby allies regenerate 5 flat mana per second, up to a total of 50, which we hit that no problem. And then we also get 20% increased maximum mana. For our fourth ascendancy, we may come down to grab Mistress of Sacrifice. We might do that if we want to do Flesh Offering and just go nuts. We also might do Commander of Darkness, so that way we actually can deal with some of these elemental resistances a bit better. And then, of course, it also helps with attack and cast speed. So those are some of our options for getting our fourth ascendancy, but you really don't have to get a fourth ascendancy on this build. This build is just ridiculous, no matter what you choose to do. All right, so now we have a Freeze Flask and increased duration on our Diamond Flask. That's great. So now we can go over here to our character swaps, throw that in there. All right, let's grab another map. Let's grab like 3 maps this time. Let's go really wild. A whole bunch of pier maps. I don't like pier. There's a whole bunch of stuff to get caught on the pier. Some of these are influenced, right? Is that one's not? That one is? Warlord influenced? Okay, let's do the Haunted Mansion. Let's do a Fields. Let's do an Orchard. Sure, let's try that. Alright, away we go. Oh, for XP we should do Einar, right? I'd probably have like a gazillion Einar missions. Yeah, I have 38 white Einar missions. Jeez. Ha! Yeah, that's the equivalent of a gazillion. Rosary Tuesday Kodo says Proximity Shield Spectres help a lot. They do. If you're just looking for defenses and you want to have another layer of defenses, yes, they do. They do help a lot. Alright, let's get going here with some corpses. Let's get going with our crit. You do have to be careful kind of where you're aiming as you play this build, because otherwise you might just like accidentally be firing all your corpses into a wall and then you're just body swapping into a wall. Like doorways can be tough. It's been a while since I've played, obviously. Oh look, influence. Hey. So you can tell I'm a bit rusty on my aiming when I'm jumping to corpses. Ooh, that hurt. So the other disadvantage of body swap is that you are jumping into the corpses that you spawn. So if you happen to jump into the middle of a pack that you haven't blown up yet, that can happen. All right, let's keep going. Is this? I feel like I'm almost like Temp Chains. Like that's how slow it feels when I'm just normally walking. But I'm not Temp Chains. I'm just not ridiculously fast yet. There we go. Whoa! Whoa, that's explosive. Explosive detonation of corpses. Whoa, hey there. That was an explosive detonation of corpses on top of a Drox proc. Oh my goodness, what hit me there? Was that powerful crits? Ha! Powerful crits! And then also extra damage and faster attacks. Yikes! This is great. Am I going to lose a level while I'm trying to do this Haunted Mansion mission? Maybe we don't do Einar. Alright, let's get it going again. You know what I need? I need some strand maps. I shouldn't be doing an indoor map with this build. Whoa! And I shouldn't be doing Einar. Oh my goodness! Alright, we're done with that map. See ya, Einar. I'm outie. Oh, you'd like to buy that, would you? Wait, aren't you a guy who just... didn't I just trade you? Didn't we just trade? I could have swore we just trade. No? Didn't somebody just come to my hideout and do this deal, but for like 6x? Okay. Alright, new map. We're throwing that map away. Let's do the fields map. This will be good. Lex Proxima. Get out of my party. Go away. Shoot. This is my party. Not yours. Lee Gammy says, hey Iron, you think that 200k on Shaper DPS with Tornado Shot and 6k ES is good enough for Metamorph? Do I think it's good enough? I think you're going to die to bosses a lot. Like 600k DPS. If you're freezing everything, like, you know, if you've got such a high freeze chance that you're just freezing everything, then maybe that's good enough. Oh my goodness, porcupines. I'm going to have to go to Blood Aqueducts here in a second. I'm legitimately going to have to go to Blood Aqueducts. Alright, so let's do this. Let's grab our combustion again. Where did my combustion go? They went into the 8 chaos, right? Alright, let's grab combustion again. We're going to put body swap over here. Rather than body swapping. Because that's not working. We're just going to do this. There we go. There we go. Alright, now we're going to get some levels. We're not going to zoom around with our Flicker Strike build for the moment. Once we get Indican set up and once we get Comb set up, we'll swap back to the body swap. But you see what I'm saying about how Poet's Pen essentially feels like a Flicker Strike build? That's what I'm saying. Look at this. You can even take out legions. It's great to blow up legions. Look at all the corpses. Just blow them all up. It's great. Is there anybody over here? Blow them up. Blow them up. Whoa, watch out. And then they all come alive and kill you. It's great. Whoop, get out of there. Whoop. Whoop. There we go. This is some intense gameplay now. Alright, I'm feeling it. Oh, that one's gonna blow up. Whoop, that's gonna blow up. Who's making these? Go away. Whoever is making these, be dead. Whoever is still alive, just hurry up and be dead. My little lightning golem died. That's a bummer. Are there more porcupines? Jeez. Porcupines alone are enough to just make me twitch. Oh! Oh man. It's so great. I love leveling this build. Anna says, is your computer slow? Dude, I appreciate the compliment. I don't even have a computer. I have hamsters. These are hamsters inside a toaster. Thank you for calling it a computer. Touch Me asks, how much are you buying stacked decks for? I'm buying 31 stacked decks for an Exalt. That is my ratio right now. What's the DPS cap for this build? The DPS cap for this build is 60 balls at a time. That's the cap. The cap is literally, can you get 60 balls out simultaneously? Because that is the cap internally, which they supposedly fixed now. as of 3.9.2c, they actually fixed that particular feature. So they tried to fix that with the patch previously, where there was supposed to be a hard cap of 60 balls that were around, that were generated, and it wasn't working for whatever reason. There was some problem on GGG's end. So something that they did recently fixed it. So now the maximum amount of All of the Dead that you can have generated is 60 balls on the screen. It's quite obnoxious though, because they don't tell you how many balls you have on the screen, which you would think they would do, right? You would think Since they're like, hey, you only can have 60, you'd think that the number of volatile dead would be kind of similar to the way how, the way how SRS work, right? That SRS show you exactly how many there are out. You would think that they would tell us that information, that there would be some kind of indicator of the amount that we have out. Wow, that really sucked when I got clipped on the corner there. So part of the reason why this build is so dang good for blight maps is because you can stand still and you can just turn into a tower machine gun yourself. We're not getting any XP off this, are we? Oh, we killed like everybody here except the boss. We don't care about the boss. Oh yeah, man. The porcupines are tearing me up. It's because this is the amount of armor I have. I have 3% physical mitigation. Oh, Softcore League confirmed, my friends. Softcore League indeed. Henrique says, but like how much damage per ball? I don't know. I actually don't know. That's a good question. Right now I'm sitting at like 15,000, I think is what we're sitting at. Without all of our flasks up, without elemental equilibrium, and without elemental overload. So the DPS can get quite high. Enemies basically end up not having any kind of resistances for your fire damage. And you can just preload a whole bunch of your damage and stuff dies. So like this is the safe way to do it, right? You preload all your damage and then you go around a corner. That's the safe way to do it. If you want to go the not safe way to do it, do what I was doing previously and just body swap into everything. Which you can do. You can do that as well. It's quite fun. Once you get enough gear and enough passives, you can basically do that through red maps. You can just be body swapping through red maps. Because once you start killing stuff in a map, like generally the first 10 seconds or so of the map are the most dangerous for you with your body swap set up, once you have everything set up. Because once you have everything set up, you have to ramp up your attack speed and your cast speed, right? And you've got to ramp up the number of corpses that you're actually eating to get that attack speed and cast speed going and the frenzy charges going. So the most dangerous part of any particular map is when you don't have all of those various mechanics firing off at the same time. That is a very, very dangerous portion of the map, because stuff just doesn't instantly die. So right here, as long as I'm here, you can see I'm popping up these volatile dead, and they are going and homing in on the enemies. And so once you start doing that and your damage is high enough with body swap, like stuff 2 to 3 screens is getting killed by your balls, and you actually end up not seeing any enemies on your screen once you're going fast enough, because your volatile dead are being spawned and summoning and going and seeking everything out for you. And the only time you ever have to stop casting is if you have a lucky drop or something and you actually want to pick it up. It's pretty much the only time you have to pick it up and stop moving, which is really, really nice. This is going to be a box full of porcupines, isn't it? Yep, a whole bunch of them. Brave, brave Sir Robin hid around the corner. He summoned all his volatile dead and then he ran away. Oh my goodness. Here, stay over here and let the volatile dead go handle it. There we go. Volatile dead handle it, and then I go around the corner. Very simple. Very simple. It is slower than that body swap. We'll get there, though. We'll get back there. We just got to get our combs on. So that way we actually have some armor and some Fizzbit. Oh gosh, speaking of Fizzbit. Hey, there's a level. Look at that. See, even dying a whole bunch, you'll still ding your levels in no time. Because this build is crazy fast when it comes to DPS. I think strand map would be a good one. If I could go out and just buy strand maps in bulk, maybe I should do that. Go out and buy a whole bunch of strand maps. Long gone are the days of strand map being meta. Alright, goddess. See if I can't kill you. Yep, we can. Alright, let's get out of this map. Let's use our passive point on 5% more life. Rosary says, you should try changing Unearth to Desecrate Cascade. Then change Controlled Destruction for Spell Cascade. It'll melt your PC. Yeah. I don't want to melt my hamsters right now. That's part of the problem. My hamsters are kind of like... They're a part of a hamster union. The hamster union generally frowns upon the melting of them. Arsenal map's not really... Oh, Belfry map might actually be a good layout. That actually might be a good layout. Who procced? Was it Drox? I think it's Lex Proxima that we procced, actually. So yeah, Belfry map is a good one to run. Okay, let's go run Belfry. Amzar says, yeah, I always did Desecrate Cascade primarily. You can, and that's the number of corpses that will greatly increase the number of corpses that you pump out per cast. That is an option. King B says, question, I tend to hoard influence items, but is it better to trash them if they aren't more than 10C and focus higher end deals? My goal is to get a Watcher's Eye for my build, and it's like 50x. So whenever you have a currency goal, don't hoard. Just don't. Whenever you've got a currency goal or a big purchase, you ought not to be hoarding things, right? Anything of value you liquidate in order to meet your goal, because your goal isn't to hoard a whole bunch of things, right? So if you're hoarding things, you're actually actively, harming your own goal, actively slowing down your own reaching of your own desired goal. So if you've got a goal, sell anything that you're not using to get towards that goal. That's the go for broke strategy, right? You don't have to use the go for broke strategy. You can hoard stuff if you want. Just realize that will slow you down. If you're getting impatient with actually acquiring your goal, then begin liquidating what you've got. So I've been hoarding a energy shield, max energy shield, or percentage of mana gained as energy shield, clarity, Watcher's Eye, and I've just been hoarding that. Like, that's on my Necromancer, and I'm not playing my Necromancer the vast majority of the time that I'm playing now. Vast majority of the time that I'm playing, I'm going to be playing this guy. That being said, I still am going to hold on to that, right? If I wanted to liquidate it to make more currency because I want to go make a mirror or something, or go just have more currency, I could do that. I should do that if that was my goal. But because that's not my goal, I don't feel bad about holding, an item that's like 40 or 50x. Why am I doing this boss? I shouldn't be doing this boss. This boss is going to kill me. And he's got phases and stuff. He's not worth XP. I don't know why I'm doing this boss. Whatever. We'll just stand in the corner and watch him die. So that would be my advice, right? My advice would be, if you have a specific goal in mind, liquidate your stash until you've got that goal. Unless, a part of your goal is also like a full build, which encapsulates or requires you to be holding on to other stuff. Like, one of the reasons why I'm holding on to that Watcher's Eye is because I still play my Necromancer occasionally. Like, that's my serious killer. My serious killer? My serious killer. Cyrus. Whatever his name is. That's my boss killer build. So I still want to have that as an option to me for when I need to kill a boss. Once this build gets up and running, then hopefully this build will be that. Although I'm not sure how Volatile Dead's going to do against Cirrus. I don't know. I guess if I can body swap while I'm inside that fight, then I can just jump around. So maybe I can avoid his beams by just jumping around. I don't know. Lots of options. Lots of options for me. The point being, you need to focus on your goal. If your goal is, hey, let's get this 50x Watcher's Eye, then liquidating whatever you've got in your stash tab is going to be worth it. Like, if you're going to regret selling all that stuff because you want to craft with all that stuff, well, then keep it, man. You really have to evaluate not only what goal you've got, but what is the priority of that goal in relationship to the other goals that you've got in a league. Because it might be that is a goal to get that 50x Watcher's Eye, but maybe that goal doesn't mean that much to you, right? Maybe it's like, yeah, it'd be nice to have that. It'd be a nice goal, but that's like a secondary goal to me having fun and to me playing these other 3 builds and blah, blah, blah. And, like, I have a goal of eventually hitting 1,000 depth in Delve, right? But that's not a goal that I'm like, man, I really need to hit that right now. It's not something that I'm building towards right now. It's not something that's, frankly, that's even on my mind a lot of the time. It's just like, oh yeah, I think that'd be cool if I could hit 1,000 depth. That would be a cool thing to hit. I'm not sacrificing everything. I'm not redirecting my entire attention span towards it, because while that's a goal, it's like a secondary goal. It's not a primary goal. Or a tertiary goal. Touch Me says, any tips on how to make currency for beginners? I've been playing for a month now and have only made 10 to 15x, mostly from delving. So Touch Me, I've got great news for you. First off, we do economics videos that give all sorts of tips for how to make currency all the time. Like, pretty much once a week, we've got some form of economics video for you. So I'd highly recommend that you go and check out the rest of the channel. You can look up the playlist Bank of Exile, which focuses in on different ways to generate currency and trade in Path of Exile for your own benefit. The next thing that I'm going to tell you, buddy, is if you've already made 10 to 15x in your first month of gameplay, you are already richer than the vast majority of players in this game. Okay? Vast majority of players do not get that far in terms of their currency generating. Even throughout the course of a league, a lot of new players come to our channel and complain about, seeing 1 to 2x a league, and that's it. So if you're feeling bad about 10 to 15x, you're well on your way, right? You are well on your way using the methods that you've already discovered, and you will simply discover more methods from here on out. 84 stack decks. Metamorph says that is a sexy MTX for sure. Are you referring to the Stygian Volatile Dead? I think it's quite an attractive MTX. I would agree with you. Nysterior says I have to make 57x for my perfect Watcher's Eye, sitting on 3. There you go. Touch Me says, yeah, just like that 100x Emperor's Jewel. Yeah, those are ridiculous. Whew. Speaking of ridiculously expensive. Those are ridiculously expensive. I wonder if we could actually kill Tier 1 Metamorphs. What do you guys think? This is a Tier 1 map. If we can't kill Tier 1 Metamorphs, we should just scrap our build, right? Throw it away. Throw it in the trash can. Alright, we are not going to proc the boss this time, because he takes way too long for the XP that he gives. We're going to keep our Volatile Dead waves going, keep the army going, keep it out in front of us. If it's not out in front of us, that's when we're at risk to die. Keep it out in front of us. There we go. Man, it does feel nice having four frenzy charges. I do think that was well worth the investment of, what was that, 1.2x? Was what we invested? That was either for the boots or that was for the gloves. Like, one of them was like 1x and the other one was 1.2. That was a really good investment. How are you not dead yet? There we go. How have I not critted in a while? There we go, jeez. Got a diamond flask for a reason, man. Alright, is that pretty much everybody? No? It's pretty much not. Okay. Keep the army out in front of us. There we go. Blow these guys up. Is that a Nemesis mod? Ooh, that hurt. Shake it, baby! Shout out to anybody in chat who remembers Command & Conquer Red Alert. I included some voice lines from that game in this particular loot filter. Also included some from Civ and from League of Legends as well. Touch Me says, Empyrean said it's 100x because of a guy hacking lab. I have zero comments on anybody hacking anything. You can feel free to listen to somebody else if they've got comments on that. I have zero evidence of anything, so for me it's better just to keep my mouth shut. Okay. What is this? Is this influenced by what? Glennick Carnes? I should just look up Lex Proxima, right? Lex Prox. Alright, let's do Bazaar. Bazaar's kind of... Dunes is kind of nice. Oh, what is this? What is this? That seems like a really deadly map. Let's do it. Seems like we're going to rip a lot. Oh, we've got a bunch of volcano maps. Are volcano maps... I think that's based on Combs' layout. We've got an Underground Sea map. We should do that one too. Let's try this really, really rippy map, because we're about to ding a level. King B says, I'm in the same boat. I never made more than 2x a league. After subbing to Good Guy Gaming, I made 20x in the last 2 weeks. I know it's not a lot to most, but it means a lot to me. Yeah, dude. See, everybody's at different stages of their PoE gameplay. Like, everybody's currency pool is different. Everybody's goals, everybody's time to play is different, right? So don't ever feel bad about your own currency totals or your own currency goals, right? What you should feel bad about is if you've got information available to you and you are not using it to further progress your own goals. That's your own fault. Like, you should feel bad about that. You should feel bad about, hey, I've got resources and a helpful community right here that I'm a part of, and I'm not taking advantage of those helpful resources in order to further myself and my goals. Like, that's the epitome of you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. Oh, that's scary. That's scary. We need to leave. Where's my army? Get my army out there. Go get them, Volatile Dead. You can do it. Am I going to level up again in this map? I might. Sheesh. This is a spooky map. What is that? Orb of Alteration? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Get back. Keep the army in front of you. Ah! Shake it, baby. There's just like a gazillion monsters over here. This is great. The density on this is fantastic. Woo! Woo! Watch out. Woo! Woo! He's got faster attacks or something. Did you see that chicken? That was a machine gun chicken. Oh my goodness. Whoa, I'm dead. Nope, I'm not. Oh, I'm dead. Whoa. Nope, I'm not. Okay. Whew. That was close. Allies cannot be killed. There we go. Oh, Imperial Legacy. Nice. Oh, get out of there. Oh, piece of candy. And then dead. Oh, man, this is why I love softcore leagues. You can mess around. There's so many things that I do in a softcore league that I would never do in a hardcore league. Oh, but it's fun. Oh, this build should be really good for killing Drox, right? I just go down one of the side alleys and I just fire a gazillion balls. This should be an excellent build for killing Drox. Yeah. I mean, it'll be a bit of a pain because I won't be able to, like, just contain where the Volatile Dead go, but in general they should go down one of the alleys, which means taking out whatever banners he creates in that alley and then just killing him rather quickly. Then again, I have zero physical mitigation, so when he slams the ground, I'm probably just going to die instantly. That is a consideration as well. Alright, where's the boss? He's over here somewhere. Hellock! Where are you, buddy? Feeling lucky. Hellock, where'd you go? There you are. There he is, you big lug. Come here, Mr. Blacksmith. Have I not crit? I haven't crit. Okay. Apparently I haven't crit. Apparently I still haven't crit. There we go, I crit. I have Tailwind. Woohoo! Atlas mission from Nico. Oh, nice. Just what I always wanted. This is a really good map. I've gotten like a level, almost a full level here. Yeah. Good map. Anyone else? Anyone else need to die? Still more than 50? Ooh. Man, the amount of monsters that the Conquerors add to maps is really, really good. I really am enjoying that about this league and this expansion. Like, the number of monsters that have been added for pack quantity when you actually proc influence. Whew, look at that. That's like 3 packs right there. That's really good. Oh, there's more of them. Whoa, there's more of them. Hello. It's like a little surprise gift. It's like a little Christmas gift just waiting to be opened. Every single time you proc influence. It's great. Whoa, look at those guys. Oh! My hamsters are trying to keep up so that way they can generate enough enough graphics for me to actually see what's going on. Run, little hamsters. You guys aren't on your union break. Alright, did we get everything? Not quite. Not quite yet. Okay. Still some more. Still some more. I can't wait until I get like top level gems. Oh man. Once my gem levels up, once I get to level 75 as well, I'll get another level of, or another what do you call it? Another round of levels off of my Poet's Pen. Plus 1 to level of socketed active skills per 25 player levels. So at level 75 I'll get another one of those. That'll be great. Okay, what do we want to do with these passive points? I think with the next couple of passive points we wanted to grab this other socket, I believe. That's a bit of armor, isn't it? Which, you know, I have no armor. But once I put on combs, I'll actually have some armor. Okay, what do you think? Should we try a boss? Should we try a tier 8 boss right here in the Citadel of Lex Proxima? Let's try it. What the heck? Let's try it on this character. Let's try it on our level 65 character and see what the damage looks like. Let's see how many times I die before I rage quit off of it. Big Kev Sexy Man says, Iron, what do you think are the scariest influence monsters to fight? I think Baron is. His monsters or him? That's a good question, actually. I should actually spend this passive point too. Where should I spend it? This is 1, 2, 3. This is 1, 2, 3 as well. Is this life? No, this is elemental and armor. Where's the next life that I go for? Is it melding? I think it's melding, isn't it? Ugh. I could move all the way down here and come grab Soul of Steel, but I'm probably just going to anoint that onto an amulet. Ooh, we could grab Ash, Frost, and Storm. Let's grab Elemental Equilibrium. Let's see if that helps here. Because our Frenzy does physical lightning. Oh, it does some fire. Where is it getting its fire damage from? Where am I getting fire damage to attacks? Seriously, where am I getting fire damage to attacks? I'm so confused. Let's see if this actually works or not. These guys are going to instantly kill me as soon as they touch me, so I'm going to play this as though it's hardcore. Stay around corners, keep the army in front of me. This is a level 82 zone, and I am level 67. So this is just asking for me to rip. And rip a lot. Whoa! Speaking of ripping. Okay, here's his stupid banner. That banner is like invulnerable, my goodness. Okay, when I'm actually hitting these guys, are they vulnerable to fire? It says vulnerable to lightning. Resists lightning, vulnerable to fire. Vulnerable to light. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is going to be a tough one. I'm just saying right now. This is going to be tough. Level 82 zone. I don't have combs. I don't have indigans. I don't have my good ring on. Oh, I could be wearing my good ring! I forgot. I'm level 67 now, right? Okay. So in a little bit of XP, I can switch to my ring and to combs. So that's going to be good. Let's get level 68, and then we can get combs. Go get them, guys. Don't let them attack me. Off-screen everything. Oh, goodness. You're supposed to be off-screening everything. It says vulnerable to cold. Why resists fire? Alright, I'm going to use a refund point. I don't know where this stupid fire damage is coming from, but it's coming from somewhere, and it's making me upset. How's that for damage? Is that better? Yeah, it's way better, because I'm not giving things additional fire resistance. Oh, goodness. Somehow I'm adding fire damage to my attacks. I need to find out where that's coming from. Oh, it's from the auras, that's why. That's right! Because the hardcore version of this doesn't use the auras, but it does use elemental equilibrium. Man, it only took me like, what, 10 minutes to figure it out? Jeez. More like 10 years. Ah! I think if I take off... It's Herald of Ash is fine, right? Yes, it's anger. It's anger that adds it to both. No, it is Herald of Ash that adds some. Based on your physical damage. Okay, so if I take both off, then I could go Elemental Equilibrium. Okay. Whew! Man, that was frustrating. That was like a reading math problem back in high school. If Mr. Jones is traveling 25 miles an hour, what color is his house? I don't know. Yeah, this damage is a lot better now. Alright, so we can basically go Elemental Equilibrium, or we can go Auras. If I go Elemental Equilibrium and I don't go Auras, one of the advantages to that is actually I would be able to go MOM. So I may actually do that. I may drop the Auras, I may go MOM, and I may scale up my mana a little bit harder. Whoa, get away from there. That may actually be something that we do. Get away from me. Get away from me. Go away. Whoa, here's a whole bunch of them. Get away, get away! Those little portals that they come through, man, they scare me. Just like, hey, you were standing here. How about if you have a pack on top of you? That's monster level is 15 levels above yours. I'm getting okay XP off of this, but it's not great because I'm going so slow. Oh boy. I should drop a portal because I'm gonna die up here. I'm totally gonna die. I'm close to my next level, so therefore I am going to die. Do you have combustion? Yes, I do. I do have combustion linked with my unearth right now. Oh, look at that! We are rich, Saya! Oh, we've hit level 68! Yes! Okay, now we can actually wear some decent gear. We can swap this off. Right? Alright, that puts us at 3,700. I can wear combs. I don't have enough strength. Oh! What was I thinking? Okay, so I'll need to get a belt with strength. Is that hybrid? Can I craft strength on here? Strength is a suffix, isn't it? So I don't think I can craft it on here. Whoops. That was a nice delay. Yeah, it's a suffix. Well, so since I'm not worried about proccing EE right now... Nope, this is a prefix, that's right. I need the dex and the strength. Strength and dexterity. Where do I find this? Where is this at? Why don't I have these? What else could I do? What is my fire resistance? Oh, I leveled up Frenzy too much. That's... I need a new Frenzy gem. Chat, help remind me that I don't level up Frenzy. Don't do it. Just right-click it, never click it again. Don't do Frenzy. Oh my goodness! Lorenzo says, hi, I was thinking of getting back into PoE again. Haven't played since Christmas. Looking for a spicy build. I was thinking maybe COC or something. A spicy build? Frenzy. There's a couple of spicy builds that are out there. We, of course, just featured one of them on a wonderful guide that was put together by Fine Work with Hillock, which is quite an enjoyable build. So if you're looking for a Cremation Chieftain strength stacking boss killer, would highly recommend it. Or we can go up here, which will give us another jewel socket. Other builds that are popular this league are, of course, what you call it? You know, the one. Alright, so if I go and get a better belt, then I can wear combs. Also, this is strength, which puts me at 167. So I need what? 177, 187. I would need one more. This is a strength node, right? Big brain plays right there. The big brains. Okay, we need Flame Dash and a portal set up, right? That's what this is. So I just need some blues. Just need some blues on here. That was a big brain setup right there. Just go grab something that's nice. Okay, this will go in the green. Flame dash plus faster casting. Actually, let's go with the lightning. Yeah, let's do that. Arcane Surge. We just won't have Arcane Surge for a bit. That's fine. I can live without that. Colton Misselchuk says, hello, sir. Love the videos and the knowledge you share with everyone about this game. Been playing for a few years and still managed to learn something new. Thank you. Dude, I learn something new almost every day when I'm playing PoE. It's one of the things that I love about PoE. Look at this. We actually have armor now. Now instead of 3% damage mitigation, we've got 15 on physical. That's great. And we've actually got 5,000 HP. Look, we were actually able to tank that hit from the Bone Chewer, which would have just absolutely destroyed us before. Woohoo! Oh, that guy hits hard. Watch out for him. Alright, yeah, we got lots of corpses now that we're generating. This is good. Got lots of All the Dead that we're generating, which is good. I think I might actually go grab some more mana nodes and then go MOM. I might do it. Ooh, that one hurt. Man, these stone golems, they are not messing around. Whew. I wonder if I should do elemental ailments on a build sometime. Do like some kind of crazy meme ignite build. Alright, these guys are always a pain in the butt, because there's only certain ones of them that are available at every moment. They don't have Flame Dash though, I do. Ha ha ha. Unlucky for them. Oh, that's Glacial Cascade. That is a big Glacial Cascade, sir. I can't go this way! Oh, goodness. Okay. Brave Sir Robin ran around the corner. He was very scared of Glacial Cascade. Oh! There's a Vol Fireball. Is that going to kill me as soon as it hits me? Yeah, probably. If I just stand here, will Valdo Dead go take care of him? Kind of. It's kind of doing that. Ooh. He found me. He found me. I should stand over here again. Hey, where's my lightning golem? Where did he go? Okay, level up faster attacks, but don't level up frenzy. I must have done it once already. Dang it. I need to not level up frenzy. Can I target this guy yet? Yes, I can. Okay. Whoa, look at all those! Is that Vol Fireball? Certainly looked that way. What is this? Taunted. You deal less enemies? Oh, deal less damage, huh? Man, that hurts, dude. There's Glacial Cascade. There's the Fireball. I'm doing like 0 damage to this guy. Look at this. Look how stupid that is. Alright. Enough of this. Time to swap over to the Necro. Come in here and kill this guy. Oh, are we going to crash? Hey, we were asking if the switching character screen still crashes PoE. The answer is yes. There you go. Alright, so let's relaunch PoE. And then let's go in with our Necromancer and finish that guy off. Oh, man. So that was some good XP. Dark Zell says, hey G3, why aren't you using the barrage? Because barrage, supposedly it got fixed. Supposedly. Wink wink, nudge nudge. Supposedly it got fixed. Touch Me says, you can body swap now and also don't level frenzy. Thank you for reminding me. I will be able to body swap in lower level zones. But that was an exceptional showcase, I think, to say, look, if you play that build safely enough, like Volatile Dead is fantastic even for clearing level 82 zones, right? I was level 67. I didn't have combs equipped yet. I didn't have good ring, my second good ring on. I was still wearing a gold rim, but like the damage is there. So if you play in such a way that you don't get hit, which I know that's a meme, right? That's literally the meme of PoE, like this entire last year is don't get hit, right? Just points to forehead. Like, I get that that's the meme, but there's some truth to it. Alright, let's get on our Necro and let's go finish off Drox. Well, let's see if we lost the Citadel, actually. I wonder if it'll be long enough that we lost the Citadel. That'd be a bummer. We'd have to respawn him. Hideout. Henrique says, yeah, you can't use your boots anymore. Yeah, it's because I keep leveling up Frenzy. Ah! Colton says, I love Volatile Dead from the moment I laid eyes on it. It's so fun to play. It is exceptionally fun to play. I think I'm going to buy a whole bunch of Blight maps and just sit in Blight maps and spam Volatile Dead. Alright, but right now we're going to swap over to our wonderful Necromancer, so that way we can go in and kill this boss, hopefully a little bit faster than what our Volatile Dead guy was doing. Because despite the exceptional damage on it, there's still a long way for the gems on that build to go. Whereas on this build, there's not much more room for it to grow. I think it's pretty close to being finished at this point. Do I have all my gear on? Am I wearing a belt? Armor? Yeah. Okay. Let's go into the Coral Ruins map. Let's finish this guy off. Watch him just blow up my Necro, like, right away. 14,000 energy shield, just dead. Instantly. Alright, go get him, skeletons. Go kill Captain Tanner Lightfoot. There we go. We'll give you guys some flesh offering, too. Ta-da! Alright, Tanner's dead. Last guy. That guy's dead. That guy's dead. Alright. There we go. Let's go into the Warlord's Keep. Alright, so what you want to do when you fight Drox is you want to go proc him and then bring him down one of the alleyways. Do not fight him in the center. Do not fight him in the center. If you fight him in the center, as he's walking around over there, look at him. He's being like, hey, come here, guy. Come here. How about if you come to the center? And we're all like, no, we're not coming to the center, dude. That's fine. We can fight him over here. But I'm not going to the center. The reason why you don't want to fight him in the center is because he will have so many overlapping banners that it will be incredibly frustrating to actually kill him. So you want to fight him down one of the sides, because it's much easier to kill him down the sides. That is why. Oof, that slam hurt. Oof, that one hurt too. You dead yet, dude? Oh! I'm okay with that. Yeah, that's good, right? How much are Warlord's Exalted Orbs right now? Plav says, ooh, I've never killed him on the side. Yeah, it goes so much faster if you kill them on the sides. So much, like, infinitely faster. How much are Warlords? What are Warlords going for right now? Warlords, Exalted Orb. What are they selling for? 238 Chaos? This is me with my attempt to look cool. That's it. I'm done. I tried to look cool. I did it for a second. Take your snapshots. I made my attempt. Alright, so 240. So let's set this at like 240. And see how many hits we get. Right? Oh, look at that. An Arcane Kite Shield. I might actually craft on that. That might be the replacement for this. We'll see. Stay tuned next time when I start crafting. Alright, let's see if we crash again. No, we didn't crash that time. Let's get back onto the Wagon Witch. Plav says, I've killed him like 20 times. Hey, there you go. Well, maybe you can just kill him so fast in the middle you don't even have to worry about his banners. That being said, for us who are plebs like me, hi, hello. For us who are plebs, if you take him down one of the sides, it's a little bit faster than trying to fight him into the middle. Alright, let's draw up our Lightning Golem. Let's sell this. Let's dump tab this stuff. Look at all this stuff in my dump tab. I don't want to sort this. I'm not sorting this right now. Drop my tabula and my character swaps. Oh, I don't want to sort this. I don't want to sort this. Let's throw this out. It's garbage. Okay, go away. Alright, do I have more maps? I have an Underground Sea map to run. Let's run that. That sounds good. Let's throw this ring into... what did we buy our rings for? I don't even know. Let's just throw it into our 1x tab. Right? That looks like 1x. It's so bad. Okay, our next level is level 69. Then we can use our... Indigan. Do I want this to be a 2-1-1 color? Summon Lightning, Flame Dash, Portal. So the only thing that I would want on here is faster casting. So 2 blue, so I would want 3 blue, and then the third one I don't care about. Yeah, that works. Because this will be faster casting. Yep. Underground Sea, away we go! Plab says, no, it always takes like 5 minutes. Well, there you go. Start taking him down the side, see what happens. It's really, really cool because the first 2 times I fought Drox, I didn't realize about the sides either, and then actually when we figured it out, it was when we were streaming. And we kind of figured it out, like, together. It was like, oh, take him down the sides have less banners. Okay, is this Frenzy? I right-clicked it this time, fam. Look, I right-clicked it. I did it right! Yay, don't level Frenzy! And we'll still be able to use our Tailwind boots. Alright, so now we could also swap in Body Swap. Where's my Body Swap? Where did I throw it? I threw it into a tab. Ah, okay. We'll swap over to our Body Swap after this map. And we'll see just how fast we can ramp up our Body Swap. Shake it, baby! Thank you, Tanya from Red Alert. Alright, where are we at? Oh, wrong way. Dead end. Don't go that way. Hello, I'd like to buy your Tabula Rasa. Yeah, I'm sure you would. For 10C. I'm sure you would, sir. Your offer is insulting. I take it as such, and I will not respond to you. Have at thee. Here I am playing like a tier 2 map. Like it's that like it's that encounter with the Warlord. Who am I kidding here? I can walk into the middle of packs here. I'm invincible! Isn't that the Dark Knight? The Black Knight from Monty Python's Holy Grail? You're a loony! I'm invincible! After he's lost both of his legs, both of his arms, and he's still trying to fight King Arthur. You're mad! I'm invincible! The Black Knight never fails! Is the boss over here, or did I already pass the boss, right? Yeah, the boss is in the middle. How quickly can we phase Merveil with this build? Good question. One of the things that I like about Volatile Dead is that it homes in. One of the things I don't like about Volatile Dead is stuff with Proximity Shield. Sometimes I feel like Volatile Dead actually bugs out Proximity Shield and it goes underneath the Proximity Shield and you can kill stuff. And then sometimes it just doesn't work whatsoever. It's like, oh, okay. Apparently now the thing that you were able to do last map, you can't do this map. Whatever. Alright, 28 monsters remain. Let's go see how quickly we can kill Merveil. Miguel says, why not Barrage? We might Barrage. We might try out Barrage and see if it's still broken or not. Some people are saying it's no longer broken, though. So, if that's the case, we get Frenzy charges off of Frenzy. That is why not Barrage. Because Frenzy charges are good. This just in. Do you like having a more multiplier? Yes. Frenzy charges are good. Okay, so we really didn't phase her down very quickly. And she's probably going to kill us, yeah? Nearly. She doesn't have any mobs for us to spawn. Jeez. What a jerk. How am I supposed to heal if you don't spawn anything, Merveil? Okay, she's screaming. Is she dead? She's not dead. No, she's dead. Double crystal wands. Look at that. Oh, those are the wands that blind. Oh, let's try a metamorph. Let's do it. All right, this is what, a tier 3 metamorph. Let's try it. Got a whole bunch of essence glutton stacks. I don't have that many balls. Oh, I'm gonna die. I am so dead. I'm out of here. See ya! Bye, Metamorph! Ha! You are not worth my XP. So I'm gonna have to be faster on generating the Metamorphs. Straight up. Oh no! I went in like a region I wasn't supposed to? I guess? Wait, why is this like red? Do you guys see that? Oh, because it says Warlord defeated. Ah! I like how they added that visual. I like that. I like that a lot. That's a helpful visual. Okay, so let's go fight some more maps. I'm a map. Let's go to Tierns. Let's see, do we have any Tierns? Wharfs are Tierns. What else? Ancient City is Tiern. Museum map is Tiern. What is Strand? Where is the Strand map? Wasn't it Tier 4? Is this it? Nope, that's Shore. Strand. Strand is in Tier. It's in Tiern. Let's go buy, like, bulk. Can I go buy in bulk some Strand maps? I would like to buy your Strand map, sir. Can I buy it in bulk? Strand map. Let's do a Tier 4 Strand. Is there a Tier 4? Nope. Tier 5. Okay. Let's try to buy that. Let's see. Somebody's selling 3 Strand maps for an X. Oh boy. Oh boy, that's pretty classic. Oh, okay, well, wharf map it is, right? Or pier map? Alright, first let's get rid of this junk. Why am I picking up this stuff? Here I am flipping for exalts, and I'm picking up fusings. Oh well. Alright, let's go here. Let's go to pier map. Get a bunch of pier maps. Let's go grab our body swap. Where'd body swap go? Body swap. Body swap. Where'd you go, boy? Body swap. This is making me nervous. Oh, I was leveling it. That's right. Haha. Alright, put this in for what? Combustion? There we go. We can continue to level our combustion gem. Ooh, cremation. We can put cremation up here. But once I'm level 69, it won't matter. Yeah, actually, maybe I'll buy a second set of Poet's Pens. So that way I can have a cremation boss killing setup. Like, hey, you have one setup so that way you're firing a whole bunch of detonate dead. And then you set up a second weapon swap so that way after you've summoned your 60 volatile dead. If you weapon swap, will your volatile dead disappear? Let's find out. How does volatile dead interact with a secondary weapon? Nope, I weapon swapped and they're still here. Okay, so we could set up a weapon swap setup to where we've got volatile dead going. We go fight the boss with 60 balls all ready to go, and then you weapon swap, and then you cremation on top of them. Kind of like that. Clay says, I was thinking Boris from GoldenEye. Oh, nice. I should add him onto the... yeah, I should add some GoldenEye sound effects onto the loot filter. I've got League of Legends on there right now. I've got Civilization. Oh, what the heck? What happened here? My weapon swap actually was a swap. Okay. Like, what the heck happened? Alright, here we go. Body swap, volatile dead, away we go. Let's go crit and blow things up. Oh look, I actually have enough armor that I don't just instantly die to porcupines as soon as they touch me. Boy, that is a nice feeling. It's such a good feeling to know you're alive. It's such a happy feeling. Oh, watch out for the lightning ghosts. These guys are spooky. Look at how smooth this is. This is pretty much like Caster's Poet's Pen, right? It's not quite, or sorry, Caster's Poet's Pen. It's kind of like Caster's Flicker Strike, right? It's not quite as fast as my Flicker Strike build on Slayer, but I think it's a bit safer, actually. I mean, I guess Flicker Strike has got the benefit, right, of having Leech, which is a much better source of a defensive layer than what I've got. But I've got Energy Shield regen, right? Or Energy Shield Leech. I've got 33 Energy Shield. Come on. I should just be leeching that back all the time, right? Oh, boy. Hey, let's not body swap on top of the traps, eh? Let's not do that. Eh? Okay? Ya poser. Is he gonna kill me? He might kill me. He was thinking about it. He really made a good faith effort to kill me there. I should not be doing this boss. This boss takes too much time. Alright, let's keep body swapping. And our next level will allow us to use the Indigan. Which will be another large DPS increase. And we want to keep leveling our combustion gem in our gloves, so that way whenever we need to swap off a body swap, like if we're doing a blight map, or if we're doing an encounter where essentially we just want to turn into a tower and stand there, or if we're fighting a boss, but we want to try to kill the boss down without swapping around all the time. Oh man, just look at the destruction. The utter destruction that this thing brings. It's so great. Alright, let's get out of here. We've done the loop. I don't care what else we've missed along the way. Ugh, let's do a couple more of these pier maps. We're getting 194 XP per hour, supposedly. Alright, so if I do go over to Elemental Equilibrium, I will actually open up 2 more gem sockets that don't need to be red. Actually 3, because this is increased duration, right? Yeah, the increased duration was really just there for the phase run, so I actually don't need that right now. So, these are red gloves, so I could go for, like, cast when damage taken, Immortal Call. That would be an option. Or I could reserve my mana in another way. I've only got 1,000 mana, and at 5,000 mana, what is it? 5,000, 1/3, 30% of 5,000? Divided by 100 times 30. So I would ideally want 1,592 mana. That's ideally what we would want for MOM. Which I'm not that far away, and there's some good mana nodes I could grab. I could grab Deep Thoughts. I've already grabbed these mana nodes. There's other mana nodes, I believe, over on the left-hand side. What am I missing? Deep Thoughts. Dark Arts. Ooh, that actually kind of is interesting. Increased attack and cast speed if you used a movement skill recently, which which body swap counts as. Here's some mana. Arcane Capacitor. That's right. 10% chance to gain Arcane Surge when you kill an enemy. I think I am going to do this one. 8% mana, 8% mana, and 10% increased effective Arcane Surge on you, and then 10% increased effective Arcane Surge on you, which is more spell damage. Oh, that's good. King Beast says, I just watched the PoE 2 trailer, and I'm so hyped for Beast Form. Anything you excited for? Oh yeah, dude, I'm excited. I'm very excited for shapeshifting in PoE 2. I think it was a smart move for them to lead in with that. To say, hey, here's something that the community has wanted for nearly forever, and here's something that we can deliver on. Like, I think that was brilliant. I think in so many ways that was just a great move. Okay, what's my resistances like? Apparently I'm going to have some bad fire resistance taking off my helmet. So I'm going to have to get a belt with better fire resistance for when I swap over to Indigan. But let's see what that does when we do that. Summon Lightning Golem. Flame Dash. Cremation. And Portal. And then faster casting. There we go. Let's see if this ends up getting me killed. What is this, 55 fire resist? Ha! It should get me killed. But maybe it won't. Maybe we'll get lucky. Yeah, it's not going to get me killed. Look at how many volatile dead there are floating around. Right. The only things that's going to get me killed at the moment is if I stop casting or stop attacking with Frenzy and stop generating more volatile dead. That's the thing that'll get me killed. Not my fire resistance. I mean, at this point, why even go combs, right? Why not just go something with more damage in my chest piece slot? Can I not jump this? Are you serious? There we go. The terrain on this map always infuriates me. Maybe someday I'll just like farm a million of these maps and I'll get to like it, but I don't like doing the docks in Act 3 because of the stuff that gets in my way. I don't like farming this particular map because of the stuff that gets in your way. Like, there's too many things that you can clip on. This entire map is just like a tacky tie. It's awkward, and I hate it. Other things for PoE 2 that I'm excited for. I am excited for a new story to go through. I love leveling new characters, right? I enjoy seeing that character progression and feeling that character progression come about. So for me, that's definitely something that I enjoy. So I'm looking forward to that in PoE 2. Other things that I'm looking forward to is the fusings. The change in the way how fusings are going to work and the way how gem links are going to work. I'm very, very excited for that. That is something that I'm excited for as well. Because I just can't imagine at the moment how many more builds are going to open up and how fun those various builds are going to be with multiple 6 links enabled, and like with chase items being gems themselves. Like, gems themselves are going to be chase items. We see that a little bit this league with like how awakened gems are a little bit of a chase item. But we're going to see that a lot, right? The whole league is going to be chasing after 6 link gems when it comes to PoE 2, because our 6 links are going to be no longer based on our weapons or our armor, but rather is going to be based on the gem itself. So that's going to be quite enjoyable, I think. Is it dinner time? Alright. I'll be on my way down in just a few minutes. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. We'll stream, say hello to my wife and my little kid.
She wanted to physically see that you were up here.
Hello, sweetie pie.
I'm back.
Yeah, I'm back. Hi.
Oh.
Oh, what are you doing?
Like you.
Are you playing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Daddy will come play in just a minute, okay?
Okay, come on, let's go.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Oh, man.
Bye bye.
Oh, that sounds great. That's a good trade. 19x for 589 stacked decks. Yeah, I'll do that. That's a fantastic trade. Thank you, my good sir. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Who cares about 55 fire resistance? Touch Me says, whenever I use movement speed too much, my character backtracks. Why is that? It's because you're actually lagging. You're actually losing out on frames. That's why. Hello, and what is up, CF Worthy? Welcome, welcome, mate. Alright, we gotta drop all this stuff off. Drop this stuff here. Do I already have one of these? No? I don't care if I do. Destroy it. Get rid of it. This guy wants to make a big trade. Let's make that big trade happen. For 19x. Do Hatred and Herald of Ice both work with totems? Heralds do not. No on the Herald. 589. Is this right? Is this guy scamming me? Let's check this. 589 divided by 19 is 31. He's not scamming me. Alright, this guy just has a massive amount of divination of stacked decks. He wants to trade me for 19x. Sounds good. That's a lot of stacked decks. Holy moly. You might say that just stacked my inventory. Alright, let's, where is it? Were we in the middle of this map? I think we were. King B says, maybe this could be a good discussion topic today. What in PoE 2 do you not want to carry over from 1 that you think hurts the game and a new release will give them a chance to change? I already can tell you what the community will say to that. Do you want to hear my predictions on that one, King Beast? My predictions on that are, first off, people will complain about bandits. People will complain about having to run through the story. Right? People will say PoE 2 ought to add some sort of way that we don't have to play through the story, even though PoE 2 literally is a second story that we're playing through. But people will complain about the story. People will complain about the bandits. And people will complain about the labyrinth. The good news is the labyrinth is getting changed for PoE 2. We will ascend in some sort of different manner when it comes to PoE 2. They haven't told us how. They haven't told us what that exactly is going to look like, but they have told us it will be different. When it comes to, you know, progressing a character to maps without having to go through the story, PoE is never going to do that. Another thing that players would complain about is trade. Players are always looking for improvements in trade. And then another thing that players are looking for that's kind of attached to the labyrinth is the way how labyrinth helm enchants work. Like, if they're doing away with the lab for PoE 2 as the way for you to ascend if you choose to level your character through PoE 2's story instead of through PoE's 1's, then what we might find out is... what we might find out is that they're actually preparing us for a new way that lab helm enchants are going to work entirely. That's possible, but that's neither here nor there. So that's at least some of the things that the community would voice. And I just say that based on what people complain about in general at the moment. And complain is probably even too strong of a word. It's what people think the game needs to improve upon. Man, I am definitely stuttering here a little bit. Definitely a few frames are just like, hey, wait a minute, can you wait? Can you wait? You're body swapping? Can you wait for me? My hamsters must be out on their smoking break for the union. Look at this, 55 fire resistance? Who cares? Who cares about 55 fire resistance? Not this guy. This is a tier 1 map. We're just getting fast XP, we're flying around, killing stuff. Easy peasy. How many monsters? More than 50 still? Alright, let's complete the loop. Is there a double loop here? Yep, there is. I missed the double loop. Oh, 14, 15 monsters. Let's get out of here. Next map, let's ding a level. Plav says they will also complain about trade. It's always trade. CF Worthy says trading. Yeah, there you go. Nesterior says, I think some of the lab changes will come before the beta. It's possible. It's possible. Whenever I've tried to make a prediction about the lab and when the changes are going to come, I've been wrong. So I've given up on it. I thought that they were going to happen in 3.6 or 3.7. I think I made predictions for both of those, and they didn't happen either time. I thought they were going to wait until after Betrayal was done, and they got out the big expansion for Betrayal. It could be that the lab is going to be its own expansion for a year, right? That's possible. Oh man, this is going to be a good breach. Look at this. Lots of monsters here. Lots of monsters. Thank you, Esh. Lots of monsters. Look at that. There's a level for us. There's a Splinter of Esh. I should actually go do some breach stones, eh? This probably would be pretty good XP. Rich, rich, rich. Any more guys? Any guys over here? Any guys? Nope. That was pretty good. Pretty good breach. Oh, Esh's clasped hand. Did I get it? Ha! I got it. Got 2 splinters of Esh. Totally worth it. Totes the goats. Oh man, people are selling me their stacked decks now. That's great. Come on in, buddy. People apparently need the Exalted and are willing to liquidate it for stacked decks. That's great. Touch Me says, I just wish for an auction house. Yeah, it's never going to happen, man. We can wish all we want, but that particular change is never going to happen. Not as long as Chris Wilson is involved in Path of Exile. Okay, so those of you wondering how it is that we're making so much currency this league, we just bought 589, I think, stacked decks for 19 exalts, and now we're going to trade 588 for 21. So we just made 2x off of that. Like, off of what? Like, I'm just sitting here, messing around, playing, mapping, dying a whole bunch on this character until it was actually properly set up. And now look at this. We just made 2x just for sitting on stacked decks. It's great. There's a whole bunch of other markets that you could get into that I've been flipping throughout the week. But I'm sure you guys could find your own markets that are just as profitable, if not more so. Yeah, unfortunately, Touch Me, unfortunately or fortunately, depending on how you want to look at it, the lead developer of Path of Exile, Chris Wilson, and he's the brain trust behind most of the decisions that get made in the game, but not all. Several of his decisions that he would like to have happen have not happened. But he is totally opposed to any sort of auction house. So don't hold your breath on that one. Okay, so this is a jewel socket, this is a jewel socket. Let's come down here and work towards this arcane capacitor. I was debating doing arcane capacitor as a blight anointment, but oh my goodness, this guy wants look at this. This is just I guess that people are done mapping for a moment and they just want to trade. I mean, I'm okay with it. I'm just making exalted here. Hand over fist. That's great. Alright, I think we can call this map done, right? Do we have more than 50 monsters remaining? Alright, we do. It would be nice if they introduced some in-game loot filter customization. Yeah, that might be nice. Oh my goodness, so many people. 168. Alright, here's 168. And then this guy's 84. So here's 168. Yeah, look at what D3 when the auction house happened. Yeah. You said 164, right? 168, yeah. Here I am trying to scam this guy. Whoops. Oh, I'm still trying to scam him. He needs 10 more. Whoops. Look at me just scamming people left and right. And he calls himself Good Guy Gaming. What a scammer. Alright, 84. Here we go. Alright, and that should be for 3. Alright, there we go. Alright, folks, I am going to go do now, with my little 2-year-old, what I've been doing with you guys, which is hang out, play games, and have a wonderful time. Thanks so much for hanging out by the stream. I may be streaming some more later on. Probably not tonight, but at some point, maybe. Sorry, Meta Grand Agony. I just sold all of my stacked decks. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Thanks so much for hanging out, everybody. I hope that today is the day a Mirror of Calandra drops for you. I think that this is a pretty good build now. We have gotten up to, where are we at? Level 70. We started the day only at like level 63, but we did a whole bunch of stuff. We did a labyrinth. We bought a whole bunch of upgrades. I mean, look at this. Like, we actually have a character now. We're using Indigan. We're using a Combs. We've got some decent rings. This one's still pretty much a joke. We've got some decent rings that we're using. We could catalyst these up. The 2 big purchases that we made today were the Gale Paw Goliath Gauntlets, which give us +1 maximum frenzy charges, along with some spell damage. And the Storm Road Chagrin Boots, which give us Tailwind and then some resistances. Unfortunately, they don't have move speed on them, but because we're using Body Swap to hop around, we generally don't really care about that. We've only got 55 fire resistance, but we'll improve that here once we get rid of this Spirit Bind leather belt. So it looks like we need a belt that gives us, what, like 45-ish fire resistance and 30-ish lightning resistance, and then some chaos resistance, along with some life. So we can probably find that. We can probably even buy that as Stygian Vise and use some abyssal sockets in that as well. The next couple of upgrades that we need to do obviously are the belt, and then after the belt on our passive tree, we need to finish this particular jewel socket and this particular jewel socket. So that's 1, 2, 3 levels. That puts us at level 73. This will put us at level 75, which will give us another active level onto our, what is it, Poet's Pens, which is going to be fantastic. And then after level 75, level 76, 77, 78, we'll be grabbing Arcane Capacitor, and then rounding up to level 80. At some point, I might want to just go and grab these extra mana nodes and grab Mind Over Matter. So that is where we are at for this particular build. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope today is the day a Mirror of Calandra drops for